come forward who are descendants. When I read this plaque now, I feel like the most important thing to me is Alfred Howe Carpenter. He was the master carpenter. You could basically say he built this house. He was part of the Black family of builders. They had a hand in so many buildings in this town. It made perfect sense to me that with my portion of the inheritance from that house, that some kind of scholarship would be established. And we call it the House Scholarship. It's for African American high school students who want to pursue an education in the building arts of any kind. Honestly, they're my ancestors. I believe they're in me. They're coming through me. And the big thing for me is that, the truth begins here in my generation.
What document is that?
And
What?
I stopped in my
What's that?
generation.
PBS? What's the name of the document? 1948, 1898, American Experience, 1898, Wilton, 1898, American Cool. Hold on. There's American Cool, Wilton, 1898. That's probably not it. I seen the document, I seen the rules of white man constitution document, they had to crack it with that. Like, damn, they wrote this in their constitution. That's the program, but maybe the episode is American Cool. So it's in 1898.
23 years ago this month, the white supremacist mob massacred an unknown number of black citizens in this town. Why, despite the fact that so many people were murdered in the city that day, were there no graves?
See no grades.
There was no
Where
place
they
to
at?
celebrate
People
mercy.
ran out into the swamp.
Could go and
Women and
stand
kids.
say, here lies a victim of the massacre of 1898. Many of the bodies we know were pushed into the river. Others were buried privately in backyards. There may be a mass grave somewhere. This research has only begun.
Joshua was murdered by a sister, and others like him were murdered by a sister. It was not some insane folk. It was very sane people who plotted and planned. And we cannot have a normal funeral as though he and others died a normal death ordained by God. These were violent deaths. We commit this dust and this dirt and remember
Peace, peace. What's up? Have a little convo with y'all real fast. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Everybody doing? Get this show on the road. Tap in, tell your friends. Get your pencils and your papers. It's that time.
I used to be the editor of the News and Observer. I was the fourth editor under the family.
I'm gonna illuminate something for you.
Daniels, his son Jonathan Daniels, Claude Sitton, and then me. But we sold the newspaper in 1995. That's Jonathan Daniels when he was press secretary to Franklin Delano Roosevelt. My dad was chairman of the Associated Press for almost 9 years.
Yep. And to give you some history and blow your mind.
I had this statue commission, and it's the statue that my cousin David Warnock and I had taken down.
Yep. Get in here. Peace, everybody.
The News and Observer did so many terrible things back in that period of time. We have had a reckoning with ourselves about who Josephus was. In his later years, he was
Yeah.
it's a shame that he did not recognize the things that he did
Let's see what we got on the agenda.
in our nation. I can't apologize for
Man, so
You know,
funny thing happened, man.
part of the legacy that
I'm back in Michigan and
we were coerced of it.
out here talking to my pops. And you know, my dad, he liked to do a lot of research as well. But I did a lecture in the African American department at GCU about Wilmington and why my dad watching a documentary on PBS called The American Experience, American Coup, Wilmington 1898. And y'all watch that and tell and see how you feel about what happened. You will see what happened. A lot of stuff in history and American history people don't know, and how modern this was.
They're all still burned down vacant lots. If someone could build something else there,
Have anybody ever heard of that?
that have not healed,
The Wilmington Massacre?
not recovered.
Have anybody ever heard of the Wilmington Massacre? Let me see, I know I got it, but let me pull it up.
Johnson, I'm Director of Conservation. We're very glad to finally have a daily record.
Let's see if I got this record in my other phone
Came to us. The newspaper was fragmented.
before I can show you something and read it. I think, and I did it before.
They were commingled, actually.
Someone has written, probably Harry herself has written on the outside
Let me
of
see.
the book, 1898, do not destroy. That's all it said. And we started the Daily Record Project, which is about looking
Let's see if I have that, the
copies of that
proclamation. And I'll pull it up. Let's see.
text.
The Daily Record exists.
Let's see if I can pull it up.
At least, and there are only 7 copies remaining in existence of a daily newspaper.
So now it is a solid piece. It will be probably, 125 years since the family.
Let's see.
One of these pieces of paper. Feel free to hold it. Feel free to touch it. Yeah. It's solid.
Let's see if I can pull it up.
Can you turn it back up? Yeah. It's fantastic. Part of me was just kind of afraid that none of this would ever get seen by anybody, and that
Well, I got,
it's all exist in my mind, and you know what I mean? So this is
I'll talk about 2 of them, but it's so much. The Ghost of 1898. Have you ever heard of that race riot? And how they murdered all those misnomer blacks and killed them, and still today is no grave sites, and they just buried them and killed everybody. And that's why I tell people that book, what is it, Beyond Sanctuary? Everything is so coming to life now. Right? And you can see all this stuff in history. And it's for you to see those things and have those discussions, because we should. We should be having these discussions. Hold on, let me open something up and let me save one more document. And let me go to one more. I'll open this one. So a lot of stuff in history we just haven't been introduced to. And our teachers and our, some of our family and friends, maybe they just didn't know. But today I'm going to illuminate something. And I want you guys to, if you can hear me, let me know you can hear me. And I want for your own studies, you can pull it up on, PBS, or you can Google it. It's called American Experience. That's the name of the TV series, or the TV series show. And it's called American Coup, C-O-U-P, Wilmington, 1898. And you'll be able to see what happened in Wilmington, North Carolina. And this is what I'll try to show people in history when I say we have power. And when you identify as something that's meaningless, you lose power. But when you read this, man, from these group of people, it was in a paper printed in the Raleigh News and Observer, November 10th, 1898. So this was printed in the newspaper. Do y'all know how powerful and historical this stuff is? This is a part of history that's unknown to a lot. Let me see. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm doing two things at one time. But one of my guys, he said, "Yep, it's sad." But what they were saying here in the Carolinas, this is the White Declaration of Independence. This was in North Carolina, and it was printed in a newspaper, November 10th, 1898. Believed that the Constitution of the United States contemplated a government to be carried on by an enlightened people, believing that its framers did not anticipate the enfranchisement of an ignorant population of African origin, and believing that the men of the state of North Carolina who joined in forming the Union did not contemplate for their descendants a subjection to an inferior race. So what they saying, we ain't finna be ruled by you nappy head Negroes. We, the undersigned citizens of the city of Wilmington and county of Hanover, do hereby declare that we will no longer be ruled and will never again be ruled by men of African origin. This condition we have, in part, endured because we felt that the consequences of the War of Succession were such to deprive us of the fair consideration of many of our countrymen. We believe that after more than 30 years, this is no longer the case. The stand we now pledge ourselves to is forced upon us suddenly by a crisis, and our eyes are open to the fact that we must act now or leave our descendants to a fate too gloomy to be borne. While we recognize the authority of the United States and will yield to it if exerted, we would not for a moment believe that it is purpose of more than 60 million of our own race to the subject of permanently to a faith to which no Anglo-Saxon, and then here they be telling you what they saying. You talk about they some Jew, no, they telling you they Anglo-Saxon has ever been forced to submit. What they saying? No European, no white man have never been forced to submit to be ruled by a nappy-head Negro. That's what they saying. And I'm gonna say it just matter factual because I can. We therefore believe that we represent unequivocally the sentiment of the white people of this country and city, hereby for ourselves and representing them. They proclaim that the time has passed for the intelligent citizens of this community owning 95% of the property and paying taxes in like proportion to be ruled by Negroes. They saying they shouldn't be ruled by no Negroes. That we will not tolerate the action of unscrupulous white men in affiliating with the Negroes so that by means of their votes, they can dominate the intelligence and thrifty element in the community, thus causing businesses to stagnate and progress to be out of the question. That the Negro has demonstrated by antagonizing our interests in every way, and especially by his ballot, that he is incapable of realizing that his interests are and should be identical with those of the community, meaning all your ideas, all your thoughts should be same as the European, the white man. That's what they saying, as your master. That the progressive elements in any community is the white population, and that the giving of nearly all of the employment to Negroes laborers has been against the best interest of this county and city, and is sufficient reason why the city of Wilmington, with its natural advantages, has not become a city of at least 50,000 inhabitants that we propose in the future to give the white men a large part of the employment. You hear this? To give the white man a large part of the employment heretofore given to Negroes, because we realize that white families cannot thrive here unless there are more opportunities for the different members of said family. That the white men accept to live in the community peaceably, to have and provide absolute protection for their families, who shall be safe from the insult of all persons whosoever. They talk about black people. We are prepared to treat the Negroes with justice and consideration in all matters which do not involve sacrifices of the interests of the intelligent and progressive. They saying that they intelligent and they progressive. They saying you ain't nothing but a nappy head nigga, excuse my candor, portion of the community. But we are equally prepared now and immediately to enforce what we know to be our rights. Research the Wilmington White Man's Constitution. Research the Wilmington Massacre. Research the Wilmington Massacre 1898. It's there. I mean, let me see. What's the other one? They Act 6, that the white men accept to live in this. Oh, I gave you that one. 7, that we have been in our desire for harmony and peace, blinded to our best interests and our rights. A climax was reached when the Negro paper of this city published an article so vile and slanderous that it would, in most communities, have resulted in a lynching of editors. So they saying what you wrote about black people, freedom and all that would have caused lynching of the editors. We deprecate lynching, and yet there is no punishment provided by the law adequate for this offense. We therefore owe it to the people of this community and of this city as a protection against such license in the future, that the paper known as the Record cease to be published, and that its editor be banished from this community. This is the Wilmington White Man Constitution. We demand that he leave this city within 24 hours after the issuance of this proclamation. Second, that the printing press from which the record has been issued be backed and shipped from the city without delay. That we be notified within 12 hours of the acceptance or rejection of this demand. If it is agreed to within 12 hours, we counsel forbearance on the part of all white men. If the demand is refused, or if no answer is given within the time mentioned, then the editor, Manley, will be expelled by force. Meaning they say, we gonna kill you. It is the sense of this meeting by the mayor, S.P. Wright, and chief of police, J.R. Milton, having demonstrated their utter incapacity to give the city a decent government, a white government, and keep order therein. Their continuance in office being a constant menace to the peace of this community, ought forthwith to resign. Reply of the Colored Committee to the White Declaration of Independence. This is what these chumps said. Instead of going out on their shield, this is what the chumps say. The Committee of Colored Citizens to the Honorable A.M. Waddle, undate typewritten, copy in Alfred M. Waddle Papers, Southern Historical Collection. You can find this stuff at the University of North Carolina Library. Dear Sir, we, the colored citizens, to whom was referred the matter of expulsion, meaning we want to kick you black nappy-haired Negroes out from this community, of this persons and the press of A.M. Manley, beg most respectfully. Now they saying we beg most respectfully to say that we are in no wise responsible for, no in any way endorse the obnoxious article that called forth your activities when they said that black people was finna be had a vote and run for office. Neither are we authorized to act for him in this matter, but in the interest of peace, we will most willingly use our influence to have your wishes carried out. What? Pack your shit up and get the hell out of there. And then if you ain't leaving long enough, research the Wilmington Massacre. How they murdered all these people. You can't even find the graves. Research what I'm telling you. And then research a film. It's called American Experience. It's called The American Coup. My dad watching it now. Wilmington, 1898. I came in, I heard Wilmington. I said, oh, that's talking about the white man's constitution. And my dad was like, what you mean? I said, yeah, the Wilmington Massacre. Yo, they got a constitution. I said, yeah. It's called the White Declaration of Independence. And you can research it. It's printed in the Raleigh News and Observer. It was dated November 10th, 1898. Research what I'm telling you. I told you the rabbit hole gets deeper and deeper because we don't know. If color didn't matter and all this didn't matter, all through history, it was always about the death of the misnomer Black Messiah. All through history. All through history. But you see how these things can be easily found? And then it's not just me talking about it. The film was by European narrators and real people in the families. That's why I say, why we can't talk about this? And then when I tell people, why we don't know, why our educators don't know nothing about this. When I talk about free white persons, when I say we free white persons, and people be like, well, what do you mean? You know? This stuff is real. So when you research this stuff, and when you research the Wilmington White Man Constitution, and when you research all that hatred and what was going on in Wilmington, and when you research Wilmington Massacre, we can start having some conversations on some things. Right? Because it's there. It's there. It's there right in your face for anybody with a little bit of, how can I say, curiousness you can feed. I mean, you will see it. And people didn't, and a lot of kids and people that go to school to get their degrees in so-called African American history, telling me you don't know about all this stuff and all this stuff is modern. When you research it, just like I told y'all, I got the book. It's called, I think it's called Beyond Sanctuary. When they showing when they hanging all the people, and they got all the names. And here go the mob burned down the offices of the Wilmington Daily Record when they posted in the newspaper. And they always, the Albany European, they always taking pictures with things. Always. And the history is there. A violent mob whipped in a frenzy by politicians tearing apart a town to overthrow the elected government. Following the state election in 1898, white supremacists moved into the U.S. port of Wilmington, North Carolina, then the largest city in the state. They destroyed black-owned businesses, murdered black residents, and then you keep talking about some Black Wall Street and what happened in Philadelphia. I keep telling y'all, it always happened. That's why we got to come together. The residents enforced the elected local government, a coalition of white and black politicians, to resign in masses. Historians have described it as the only coup in U.S. history. Its ringleaders took power the same day as the insurrection, as swiftly brought in laws to strip voting and civil rights from the state's black population. They faced no consequences, so they did it. Wilmington's story has been thrust into the spotlight after a violent mob assaulted the U.S. Capitol on January 6. After the end of the U.S. Civil War in 1865, which pits the North Union states against the South Confederate, that's just two brothers fighting over their slaves. Slavery was abolished throughout the newly reunified country. Politicians in Washington, D.C. passed a number of constitutional amendments granting freedom rights to former slaves and sent the army to enforce their policies. So if the 13th Amendment freed all Negroes, it's no need for the 14th and the 15th Amendment. That's what I keep telling these goofy Negroes, but they keep talking about some 14th Amendment Negroes. Shut up. But many Southerners resented these changes. In the decades that followed the Civil War, there were growing efforts to reverse many of the efforts aimed at integrating the free black population into society. I lectured this the other day when I showed that America in black and white, when I showed y'all how they whitewashed Peter Salmon and Oliver Cromwell out of the Battle of Bunker Hill. Wilmington in 1898 was a large and prosperous port with a growing and successful black middle class. Undoubtedly, African Americans still face daily prejudice and discrimination. Banks, for instance, would refuse to lend to black people or would impose punishment or impose punishing interest rates. They do that now. And then all those people, when you research that film I told y'all, it's called America Coup, Wilmington 1898. And you see how all them black people families, misnomer black people had banks and stuff, had more than one bank. What happened to it all? And then people tell you to work hard and say, let's talk about it. No, give everybody their stuff back. Because all a European was a tomb raider, no disrespect. And then they talk about be talking. You can't be upset at things. And some people living in your house and rocking all your Jews. And they tell you just go work hard and go to school. They ain't work hard and go to school. They ain't work hard and go to school. But in the 30 years after the Civil War, African Americans in former Confederate states like North Carolina were slowly setting up businesses, buying homes, exercising their freedom. Wilmington was even home to what was thought to be the only black daily newspaper in the country at that time. African Americans were becoming quite successful. Yale University history professor Glenda Gilmore told the BBC they were going to universities, had rising literacy rate, and had rising property ownership. The awakened question about slavery from the U.S. tourists, blah, 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 blah. But Democrat politicians feared that the fusionists, that's what they call them, the whites and blacks coming together, which included black Republicans, not the Democrats, as well as a poor white farmers, would dominate the elections of 1898. Party leaders decided to launch an election campaign based explicitly on white supremacy and to use everything in their power to defeat the fusionists. It was a organized or coordinated effort to use the newspaper, speaker makers, intimidation. That's what they do now, tactics, to make sure that the white supremacy platforms won the election. November 1898, Miss Umfield said, white militias, including a group known as the Red Shirts, sound familiar? So named for their uniforms, rode around on horseback attacking black people and intimidating would-be voters. When black people in Wilmington tried to buy guns to protect their property, they were refused by white shopkeepers, who then kept a list of those who sought weapons and ammo. Newspapers, meanwhile, spread claims that the African American wanted political power so they could sleep with white women, and made up lies about a rape epidemic. When Alexander Manley, owner and editor of the Wilmington Daily Record, published an editorial questioning the rape allegation and suggestion that white women slept with black men of their own free will, it enraged the Democratic Party and made him the target of a hate campaign. The day before the statewide election, 1898, Democrat politician Alfred Moore Waddell gave a speech demanding that white men do your duty and look for black people voting. And if you find one, he said, tell him to leave the polls. And if he refuses, shoot him down in his tracks. We shall win tomorrow if we have to do it with guns. 4 dates that explain the U.S. gun debate, America's gun culture, blah, blah, blah. The Democratic Party swept to victory in the state's election. Many voters were forced away from poll stations at gunpoint or refused to even try to vote for fear of violence. But the fusionist politicians remained in power in Wilmington, with the municipal election not due until the next year. 2 days after the state election, Waddell and hundreds of white men, armed rifles, and a Gatling gun. Y'all know what a Gatling gun is? And rode into the town and set the Wilmington Daily Record building alight. They then spread through the town, killing black people and destroying their businesses. You'll never find no part of history where misnomer black people went and murdered not only families and whole communities, women and children. These people, they have a history for this. And I don't have no disrespect for the other man, but why all through history, this is your history? The mob swelled with more white people as the day went on. And then we all see beyond sanctuary, it's even worse. As black residents fled into the woods outside the towns, Waddell, his band marched to City Hall and forced the resignation of the local government at gunpoint. Waddell was declared mayor that same afternoon. It was a full-blown rebellion, a full-blown insurrection against the state government and the local government, Professor Gilmore said. And ain't nobody go to jail. So these Europeans in North Carolina went and murdered and killed all these black people. And you can't even find no tombs. You can't even find the burial sites. Within 2 years, white supremacists in North Carolina imposed new segregation laws and effectively stripped black people of the vote through a combination of literacy tests and poll taxes. The number of registered African American voters reportedly dropped from 125,000 in 1896 to about 6,000 in 1902. D. Black people in Wilmington didn't think that something like this would ever happen, Professor Gilmore said. There was a Republican governor in the state. Their congressman was a black man. They thought that things were actually getting better. But part of the lesson about it was, as things got better, white people fought harder. Deborah Dix Maxwell is president of the local branch of the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, NAACP, in Wilmington. Born and raised in the town, she didn't learn about the attack until she was in her 30s. She ain't learned about this until her 30s, and she lived in Wilmington, and she a president of the NAACP in Wilmington, and she ain't know about this until she was in her 30s. It was something that those who are here in Wilmington knew, but it was not widely talked about. Why? She told the BBC, it's not in the school curriculum like it should be. No one wants to admit this happened. Okay, so once you see you stole all this land, you stole all these wealth from misnomer black people, no disrespect, Europeans, and y'all done stole all these banks. Give the people their stuff back. And you talk about work hard. You'll never catch up. How? When all your grandparents and your grandparents' wealth and all your elders' wealth was stole. Tomb raiders. You ain't gonna never catch up.
Also today, the New York Medical Examiner's Office said it will be testing and evaluating the deceased gunman for chronic traumatic encephalopathy, the degenerative brain disorder he claimed.
And then the European Christopher Everett is a documentary maker. These Europeans did all this. Who made a film about 1898 insurrection? Wilmington on Fire. No one was held accountable for the 1898 insurrection. No one. But then all their kids and their grandkids in the life, and they reaping the benefits of all the stolen banks, of all the stolen land. They stole all the land. You living in people's stolen property, man. That's why I said these people don't have no history. It's all stolen land. And all these, no disrespect, Europeans, Albions, Trelodikes in Wilmington, you living on stolen land. Point blank. You gonna give all these people their money back? All the banks you burnt and robbed and ramshacked and stole the money and killed the people and hung them. You gonna give all their kids that's alive now they money and they wealth back? You do it today, it's worth millions and millions. Your people's worth millions, but no disrespect. Europeans been killing you forever. Wilmington to the so-called Black Wall Street, Philadelphia, all through history. And then Europeans talked about it, and we afraid. The 1898 attack was not covered up. University buildings, schools, But no one was held accountable for the 1898 insurrection. Therefore, it opened up the floodgates, especially in the South, for them to strip African American civil rights, he told the BBC. That's the first thing that came to my mind after the DC insurrection. You're opening the door for something else to happen, or even worse. The 1898 attack was not covered up. University buildings, schools, and public buildings throughout the state were all named after the instigators. Just like I told y'all, they started naming their heroes after the people that murdered. Like Winston Churchill, Mussolini, all these people. I mean, it's so much stuff you don't even know. That people that was government agents. Mia will later claim to have taken part in the attack to boost their stature in the Democrat Party. As the decades passed, history books started to claim the attack was in fact a race riot started by the black population and put down by white citizens. You hear the lies? The history books be lying, and then they try to tell you we can't talk about it, you can't be upset. That's cap. And they still don't talk about this. Even after the massacre, a lot of these folks who participated and orchestrated the insurrection became immortalized. statues, buildings named after them throughout the country, especially in North Carolina. Charles Aycock, one of the organizers of the white supremacy electors campaign, he became governor of North Carolina in 1901. His statue now stands in the U.S. Capitol, which rioters entered on January 6th. I hope y'all listening to what I'm saying. The person that wrote the film, that made these films, Mr. Everett, is now filming a sequel to his documentary to examine how Wilmington is grappling with its past. He said many local leaders are working to bring the city of Wilmington back to the spirit of 1897, when you had this fusion movement of white folks and black folks working together and making Wilmington an example of what the South could have been after the Civil War. Just like when you talk about free Hebrews of Israel Hill. I'm telling you, Wilmington was a model for a white supremacy movement with the insurrection, he said. But now Wilmington could also be a model to show how we can work together and overcome the stain of white supremacy. And that's just a tittle. So why do you let people say it don't matter? And I show you this in history, what happened in Wilmington. And then I show you what happened in Pittsburgh. And then I show you what happened in Black Wall Street. Do you see what I'm saying? Why it's important to know history? It's important, y'all. It's vital. It's just vital, y'all. But I'm gonna leave y'all because I always every time I give history, I gotta give a little spirituality. And maybe tomorrow I give a little perspective because I said I'm gonna continue to clear up because I'm not on no one side. I'm not on no one religious side, you know. I don't give no one pass. But when I know brothers don't know what they talking about, when I know, man, I just know what I know. I've been around a long time. I tell people I got muftis and my muftis check in with me. I be knowing people angle. That's why I know when people won't deal with me, they'll go directly to my muftis. But I see everything. I know everything. And I know how some people try to take advantage of people. And I'm not talking about nobody, but if the shoe fits, wear it. I know how people, when they meet people, and then I ask people, well, why are you in the situation that you're in? Because I'm in the situation that I'm in, and I'm not saying nobody in a bad situation or good, but I'm saying it's the reason why everybody in the situation that they're in. It's the reason why people don't have employment. It's the reason why people have severed relationships. It's a reason. And I always ask people, what were you doing before you met me? What were you doing before you met me and my muftis? Because if you was going through some calamities and then you here and you ain't giving homage, I be knowing people angles. And I don't be meaning nobody, I don't be meaning no disrespect to no one. I've been through the fire. I know people angles, and especially if these young men be younger than me and they having a problem, I say, cause it's you. They don't want to admit it, cause it's you. A lot of people be getting stuff and try to act like they a know-it-all. I know this. They be on their job talking. I done have muftis. If my muftis to tell you all ages, I tell people my door is like a revolving door, and no man can do nothing to harm me because I know who I am. The same way you came in, you can leave. And most people don't know me, who I am in life. You just on social media. That's it. I do this in real life. But I be knowing people, your life messed up if you a grown man and you got 15 million excuses, and a person be like, well, damn, you just met Sheik. I'm just saying, I'm just throwing it out there. Everybody, most men come to me, except my movies that been with me, they all come with their issues and with bags, like that Erykah Badu song, Bag Lady. Every mufti, they got the same story. And I'm like, if y'all got the same story, then you got to be honest. You've been taught wrong. You got to be honest. And people be trying to say, get this book and piggyback along to think they're gonna get something. And I know what it be. I know what it be. I know what it be. I know people who they be working with. I know where people jobs be. Families be hitting me up, be like, man, this person is straight up nuts. So ask my muftis. I done had Morris call me, Sheik, you can help me talk to my mom and help me get my kids back. I'm in his house. They say I'm schizophrenic. All this stuff. Then Morris be coming to me, man, I don't got no money, I don't have no job, I'm in a shelter. Oh, I'm in this and I'm in this, but I need to get this paperwork, this, and that, and the other. I be knowing what be going on. They ain't gonna admit it. They ain't gonna admit it because they be thinking, because these people be thinking they slick. And I said, you can't be slick with me. Nobody can be slick with me. No one. So I'm always be transparent. I'll have enough fingers and toes to tell when, and my move to tell you all the scenarios. I say what's gonna happen before it actually happened, and then what happened? Boom. Cause I be knowing the person angle. All I gotta do is hear you. All I gotta do is hear you talk. All I gotta do is hear you talk, and then see how you respond. And I bet you I can paint a picture that fits you, guaranteed. Especially when people be saying, "Oh, people be saying this and this and that and the other," because it's how you operate. It's what you saying. I know this. You know? And it's nothing new under the sun. And that's why I be telling people, if I can get a book, Rich Dad and Poor Dad, and I can become rich, and you can get the same book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and you still broke as hell, then clearly it ain't the book, it's me. Because I know a whole bunch of people that got the book and don't have the bag. I know some people that read the book and got the bag. So clearly it ain't the book, it's the individual. I know people that got a whole bunch of books, read a whole bunch of books. I say, I don't give a shit about no book you reading. You said, that's a gift to see and know how to apply the correction. You got any of my brothers, any of them, I call it how, because this is what I do over a person's life. I've done it over mine. I'll be knowing a person angle. I break it down. They be like, well, damn, I know your angle. I give you everything that you want to consume you. I know brothers' angles. We only got to be worried about our own kind. That's why I be telling people, they talk about the white man and devil. I don't want to hear that. What's going to happen, who's going to take you out is your own brother. Because nobody else got that power. Negroes ain't going nowhere else where the other man are. You right in your community. You do business in the community. The only person going to take you out when it come down to that is your own brother. Your own brother going to take you out. These is facts. I done been around the block too many times. It's going to be your own brother that's going to take you out. Because I got Europeans in my community. I just told you. I do things in real life. It only be our brothers that be in calamity, that done heard some or watched a whole bunch of videos, and they be young men. You too young to be messed up like this. You too young to be messed up like this. Ask any of my muftis. I have men all different ages. My youngest mufti right now, Dre Shine, is what? 27. I have brothers move to Arizona with me and all that. They ain't know I talk to their parents. These young men, they lives messed up because they don't want to listen. Old enough to be people, daddies. And then I done met young people talk about sheep calling me, I'm in a shelter and we don't have no place to stay. Dude carrying on a woman with a baby, ain't even his kid. And only a young man, he only 20. And you done got this makeshift family. I'm telling you, I call it all out. I be knowing people angle and they be like, how you know? Because I see it in your eyes. What are you talking about? And I was young too. I know when these young boys be playing, when they think they can get something or read something like they finna get some magic power. I keep telling you, it's gonna consume your ass. All your fingertips gonna burn off, and you're gonna look back in your life. Another year gonna go by, same boat. Another year gonna go by, same boat. You're gonna look up 5 years, nigga gonna be in the same boat. No more education, no skills, no nothing, no wife, no money, no nothing. It's gonna be the same shit, but you think you so smart, quoting a whole bunch of shit. Oh, I'm so smart. I got this book. Yep, I heard that. I was up studying this shit all night. So, motherfucker be living in hotels, in those pay-as-you-stays. You know what they call those pay-as-you-stays? Because they don't got no house. See, I be knowing this. I be calling it. And then their parents don't like them. I be telling these people, okay, so how can you be on your knuckles dealing with me? What were all you was doing before you met me?
With this so-called bias monitor at CBS, if CBS News produces a hard-hitting piece about President
Because I want to have these conversations before I get into my teaching. He says, brothers are looking to find that sense of family, so we settle for less. That's just like saying that's the why we go to gangs, because, we looking for that brotherhood and we don't have it at home, so we go to gangs. I say that's a fucking excuse. Excuse my candor. I'm going to always say that. It was an excuse for me, and it's an excuse for somebody today. The reason why I can say it's an excuse, because I can look back. I ain't dead talking. I'm alive. I ain't no martyr. That's why I can say that, and I can say, excuse my candor, that that's some straight up bullshit for any young man to say. If any young man come to me with that shit, I'm gonna say that's some bullshit. Why? Because that's my profession. I worked in all the lockup facilities in Flint, in Arizona. That's why. That's some bullshit. So when somebody make those excuses, I've seen people, mothers and fathers ain't have nothing, and they go the other route. I've seen people that go to that have the same thing, and they go the other route. It's on you. It's on you, and you can find the right family. I don't give a damn if you in no ghetto or not. That's an excuse. So when we dealing with that, and we deal with a woman in the lower self, that means we looking for something in our lower self. We looking for something. Because if I don't have nothing and she don't have nothing, what the hell we together for? Two broke people need to break the hell up. What the hell two broke people doing together? Only thing we gonna be doing, excuse my candor, is having sex. We ain't finna be doing nothing else. Two broke people, a dude and a girl. All y'all doing is banging. You ain't doing shit else. So stop the cap. I be telling people, man, stop the cap. Your ass broke, she broke, y'all ain't doing nothing but having sex. You ain't studying nothing, you ain't reading nothing. Y'all niggas ain't, excuse my candor, y'all ain't in school. Y'all having sex and smoking weed and having babies. And then she gonna be on welfare. Man, stop the cap. I be knowing what this is about. These brothers is lost. And so when brother, well, we looking for family. What family? You looking for a thug family or you looking for righteousness? Pick your poison, pick your struggle. When a person stay, they looking for that. And now you got access to the internet. So a person would choose his homeboy that's in the hood, that's selling dope, or try to get with a noble like me. So if you choose the nigga that's selling dope, that's your lower self. That's what you attracted to. Because other people will choose wisdom. Peace, Moso. Other people will choose wisdom. This is what I be telling young men. I be knowing they be on their knuckles. That's why I say come around some elders with my brothers and hear me talk. Because I don't hold no punches for no young man. I'm going to tell you exactly what's going on. I don't have no other way. When I go to the prison stump correctional facility, I tell you how it is. Why? Because I'm one. Because I got a daddy. Some of you brothers don't have no daddy. And you don't want to listen to a sheik, an elder that got a daddy, and my daddy still with me. My dad right there, my dad damn getting ready to be 80. And you don't want to listen to me? That means you a fool. That means you a fucking fool. Excuse my candor. Excuse my candor. Excuse my candor. I mean, that means you are a fool. Here it is. I'm an elder. I'm getting ready to be 48 in January, and I still got my dad. That's my elder. My sheik is 80. And a young man in his 20s or 30s don't want to listen to me? You a fucking fool. Excuse my candor. I mean it just like that. And I mean it. No disrespect. Excuse my language. I say it like that. And when I be seeing people angles, my muftis will tell you, my mufti Moso, if you come on YouTube, he'll tell you, like, she call this out all day long. I done had men come, I call it out, I say, yep, you getting ready to lose your job, all this. And what happened? Oh, Sheik, I want to apologize. Everything you be saying, be right, Sheik. Yep, I should have stayed with you. I got our own religious exempt. You go to work talking stuff, you in the right to work state, lose your job. You at your job talking all that stuff, okay, then boom, talk about overthrowing the government. Boom, I can walk you out your job. Why? Because it's a right to work state.
President Trump suggested a social media post last week.
Peace, I will. I got a daddy. And when I be seeing young men, when I be seeing men and even men older than me or in my age group, how I know? Because a lot of brothers be looking like a deer in the headlights. This is not a form of disrespect, but it's a form of a part of a confidence that's not there. How? Because I had it. It's a form of confidence, and I'm not saying brothers not confident. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is it's a different without a man that grew up with his dad and have lessons. No matter if you was able to bump your head a plethora of times and learn, it's a different nature that you're going to be under when you have the chance to grow up with your dad, and your dad will raise you and train you and take you places and be a part of your life and all your goods, all your bads, all your life. So it's a different type of nature that a person, a young man is gonna have. It's a different type of confidence and assuredness that a man gonna have when he have his dad. And I'm an elder, and I still got my dad. So you gotta imagine all the wisdom that I still have and what I put into these young men when I go to the prison lockups. When I go to the prison lockups. When I be out here in Arizona and none of these kids know me, and I be on the Indian Reserve and I be talking to these kids and they be crying, hugging me. When I be talking about death, because I experienced death. I buried my baby brother. I buried my cousin. I buried my homeboy Michael Blackmore. I seen my friend head blew off. I seen my brother dead. What are you talking about? What do these people be talking about? And as I've grown, I don't get no disrespect for no European. That's what I said. And I ain't worried. The only person, my head be on the swivel, especially when I come back home in my city of Flint, my head be on the swivel. I'm going to say it like this, it's for niggas. I'm saying it like that. Even when I be in Howell, Michigan, where the Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan live. Hi, Sheik Goodman Bay. Hi. Are you going to Cleary? Yep. Do you need an escort? No, I'm cool. No, I'm cool.
FCC Chairman Brendan Carr, thanks again for joining us.
No, I'm cool. Hi, Sheik Goodman Bay. Hi, sir. Oh, yeah, I got your book. My son said, yeah, I should get your book. Woo, 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 woo. Yep. When I come home, my head be on. My mother be worried about me when I come home every time. I got me a little spot. They're like, no, don't stay at that spot. Come here. Only time I be home, my family be worried. But I be here on ministry. And I'm damn near, and I'm getting ready to be 48. I'm an elder. So don't nobody come to me with that crap. The kids don't like me because I think I'm smart. The kids like me because I'm real and I can touch them. And I've been through the same thing that they went through. And I tell you, smart from the start. And if you're a young man, and you struggling, it's a reason why your ass struggling. It's a reason why your ass struggling. Because if you so smart, why your ass ain't got shit? I ain't saying you don't have to, I ain't saying you got to be rich and all that. You got to be rich because it take a lot of variables to do that. But the earlier you start dealing with somebody like me, imagine you a young man. Because I don't have a son. I got a daughter and a grandson. But imagine if I was able to raise my son up at a young age today, or a young man under my auspices and I'm grooming him. Man, you're going to be all you can be. I ain't finna train you how to be no worker, or I got to cut my beard, or I got to cut my hair. No, I'm going to teach you how to be the freaking CEO. I'm going to teach you how to be Mark Zuckerberg. Jeff Bezos. I ain't teach you how to wear no suit. I'm gonna teach you how to wear whatever the hell you want to because you the boss. I'm gonna teach you how to go be all you can be. I ain't gonna teach you how to go get no job at no motherfucking Amazon. I ain't teaching you that. They'll say, oh, you need some motivation to get up early in the morning and go work hard and retire when you damn near 80. That ain't what I'm teaching you. I ain't teaching no kid that crap. I ain't teaching no kid to go get no job at no General Motors and stand on your fucking feet all day. Talk about you make $20-something an hour, some change. No, I'm teaching you how to be the boss. I'm teaching you how to use your brain. I'm teaching you how to own the goddamn plant. That's what I teach the babies, how to own the plant at a young age. I teach the babies how to be successful. Why? Because they look at me and they like, well, you got your own company like the dude for Amazon. You know? They say, you see, they like you just like, they be calling me the black Jeff Bezos when I go on campus. They're like, people don't know Jeff Bezos just started off selling books just like you, Sheik. You go on my company page, it's my stuff polished. I told y'all, I'm finna be gone in a minute. So somebody said, why you do all that for free, all that wisdom? You went to college in debt. People don't know. I said, because when I'm gone, can't nobody say I didn't give my all to the people. Can't nobody say I didn't give my all to the people willingly. Can't go on my YouTube or my Facebook page and say, look at all these teachings. Look at when this man was taking all these kids to the damn Phoenix Suns game, hundreds of students. Look at all these brothers, look at all this stuff that he did on his own dime. And when I cross over, can't nobody say a damn thing to me. Because you go to work for the man right now, or the white man is. Your drawers from the white man. You went to Myers and bought them damn drawers. You ain't produced them. I produced my own damn drawers. What the hell you talking about? In a minute, like I said, I admire Master P because I'm an entrepreneur. Everything, I'm finna have everything for me. Everything that you see is gonna be produced by me. What? Everything. From my drawers to my socks, everything. I'm damn near there. I'm 90% there. I just gotta make my own drawers. I'm there. Once I do my own deodorants, I'm going all the way there. And we got land. What group of brothers that, and then you dealing with these religious brothers that's been lying forever, y'all. They got land. Them Negroes don't have no land. Ain't never had no land. They lied to y'all. This is what I'm saying. So when brothers be saying, when I be saying, oh, you don't have no mentor? Nope. Or you don't have no one holding your hand, help you get to where, oh no, I got a mentor. You don't got no mentor? No, why not? Oh, so you're an expert in everything, but you spending money on something. That's your fault. That's your fault. Oh, I'm a more. You got a sheep? Nope. I just follow this brother. I just follow this brother and piggy bank and be running my fucking mouth, excuse my candor, every time he go live. This what I be saying is gone when when one of my homeboys be following people that be on my page, and he used to be on my page. He said, Sheik, I'm finna jump in everybody inbox that been following you. And I got the paperwork. He said, Sheik, people been following you for 5 and 6 years, and then ain't nobody supporting you. He said, you should have been stopped going on YouTube and Facebook. He said, people really just piggybacking off your shit. Excuse my candor. And I said, I don't care. I said, because I ain't in it for that. I ain't in it for no fame. It don't matter. I ain't in it for this. I'm going to keep going like Nipsey Hussle. You should be glad to pay with me. You should be glad to pay. But if the brothers be following me forever, don't support and don't do nothing, and then don't think I'll be knowing what be going on. See, I know everything. I know everything. I know everything. I know every angle. I know with every game, the people be trying to play with people with that sob story. I know every angle because I be getting it. If I show y'all emails, hey Sheik, man, we out here in Arizona, we got kidnapped out here. Your ass ain't get kidnapped, nothing. I know game. That's what I be telling people. And when I talk like that, they shut up. I know all the Ponzi schemes. I know all the pyramid schemes. I know all that influencer stupid shit. So when all that conscious community, Black Wall Street, when everybody, I said this was gonna happen, and I called it. I said these Negroes don't deal with no damn Bitcoin. I deal with the stock market in real life, and you got to have a certain amount of money. And when you're dealing with real money, you got to be registered on the SEC. And one thing about it is everything is the assumption of risk. Anytime somebody telling you in the stock market that they can guarantee this, you need to run. Anytime guarantee come out the mouth of somebody in the stock market, I can't guarantee you nothing. We selling dope. How? I'll give an analogy. We on the corner selling heroin packs, and we selling all fucking 50s. Somebody gonna come short. Is you gonna sell it? Yeah. There you have it. I can't guarantee a goddamn thing. Excuse my candor. This is what I be telling y'all. I'll be knowing it. And once we stop playing games, and once we stop hustling people, and once we be honest in what's going on, that's going to be better for you. And the first thing to healing is admitting your ass got a problem. When you don't admit your ass got a problem, you're going to keep doing the same dumb shit, trying to pour new wine in old vessels, trying to keep building on fucking rubble, thinking you slicking people because they ain't around you. But then the family will tell you like, oh, you don't know this what this motherfucker do in the city, because it's easy to perpetrate on the internet. It's easy, but I'll pop up in your city. My Mufti Moso know, like Sheik ain't lying, she could pop up in your city. I'll pop up to your motherfucking job and be like, yes, I'm Sheik Khari Goodman Bey. I'm just trying to do boom, 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 boom. They're like, oh my God, blow their mind. They whole energy be captivated. They'll start walking me around the whole job and they'll say, this motherfucker is a nut. I'll call people mamas and people, girlfriends and wives. They were like, oh, Sheik, you righteous. You righteous. I done saw your videos, but this is a fool. My husband is the fool. He already with that sovereign citizen stuff, or he done messed up these relationships. Yep. That's how I do. People wise be calling me. Ask my Mufti Moso and tell me and say, is he lying? He be like, that man ain't gotta lie. I ain't gotta lie. That's why I be saying, only reason why men don't like me is because you're gonna be I hold you accountable. That's why, because I hold you accountable, and when you abusing yourself, you can't hurt me. When you abusing yourself and you don't want healing, and our brothers love you, we try to cover you, and you don't want help, you got to get the fuck away from us. Excuse my candor, why? Because you ain't finna die on our watch. That's why. You don't want help, you don't want healing, you don't want intervention. Well, you got to get away from us. Why? Because you ain't about to die on my watch. That's why. And all your family, all your friends are gonna say, well, no, Sheik he paid his life. Sheik tried to give his life to help you. And I'm not, and once I do that, and you show me that you don't want it just as much as I want it for you, I can't deal with no grown man. I can deal with kids, but I don't gotta deal with no old dog. But see, this is what I be telling my Mufti Malik, because my Mufti Malik heart this big. My Mufti Malik heart this big. And that's why we one body in many parts. Y'all heard me, my Mufti Malik heart is this big. It's this big. I'll be having to check Noble Malik in wisdom. He be like, damn, Sheik, I ain't think about that. I said, I know. I said, anytime you make a decision, you always got to put it in your calculator or your hard drive and let Allah tell you. And, not make it, because our feelings, when somebody come at us the first time, if we compassionate, I'll be talking about sympathy and empathy. You got to know how to do both. Do you have sympathy in this situation or empathy? A lot of times nobody know how to deal with it. And when people come with that here, this is what I call it. Here. The first thing I do is look at the relationship, how long I've been knowing you. If I ain't been knowing your ass or don't know you, then damn, I'm gonna say, well, we're all the people that can help you in a community. Then I gotta start asking you some questions. If you lying, that's why you messed up. So why should I help you? Because then if I help you now, then I gotta help you again. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying, anybody on here. And that's these Moors. Every more I done met, that ain't my Moochie, they all in a situation. Every last one of them Negroes. Every last one. Oh man, I can't be a member. All my money, all this, but I'm in this, or I got this case. Every single one. Or man, I need some help. Or I'm in a shelter. Or I don't got no place to stay. Or man, can I borrow some money and all this? Every single one. Negroes. Every single time. That's not osmosis, man. That's not a coincidence. That means whatever you done got into, you done messed up. Tell me I'm lying. And I ain't got enough fingers and toes. I don't have enough fingers and toes. And then when you see these Moors, they all fake. They all got some scam. I deal with Bitcoin, or I deal with this, or I deal with this. You don't deal with nothing. You don't deal with nothing. You dropped out of high school and you bragging on that. Well, I was a fourth grade dropout and I'm teaching science. I studied gematria. You broke. Now, let's keep it 100. You talk about the money the white man fiat. I don't give a damn. You can't do nothing without no money. Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 19. Wine is made for laughter, but money trump all. If you a grown-ass man, you can't take care of yourself, and you got to ask another man for some money, yeah, you a sucker. And you can't go to your own family, yes, you are a sucker. Because my brothers is family. Here go a Bible analogy. I don't take food off the table to feed the freaking dogs. I don't care how nobody feel about me. You heard it and I said it. I said just like this. I don't take food off my table to feed no dogs. It's a lamb for a household. I'm not finna help nobody that ain't part of my family, and then I help your ass, and then when my brother need help, oh, well, I help Joe Blow. The guy say, why you help Joe Blow and you got brothers? You ain't ask your brother, do they need help first before you went help Joe fucking Blow? Did you call all your brothers and say, hey, brother, do you need help? Do you need help? Do you need help? No. Your sorry ass gonna go help this person, and now your brothers need help, and you say, oh, man, I gave it away. Who told you to do that? God told you to store some stuff up when you in the brotherhood for your brothers and operate on the wheel and have a nation in a nation, and you don't have to go outside your nation. That's what I'll be telling these bums. And you ain't putting nothing into the nation, so why you feel somebody should give you something out the nation? Why? Why? You ain't putting nothing into it. That's welfare. And that's what these Negroes want. They be like this. You might as well be on welfare. You might as well be on welfare. You know what I'm saying, Moso? What my Mufti say? Where to start and how do I give my taxes to the BBT? I think my Mufti, is my Mufti Moso on here? Is my Mufti Moso on here? This is what I tell everybody, Massa. I say everybody come to class and learn first. I say if I said something good to you, I don't want nobody to get excited and then boom, I want you to come learn. I want a person to come learn for you can be confident, for you can ask a tax lawyer. Because the person that do your taxes don't know nothing. I want you to get everything that I'm saying and go ask a professional. And for you can have the confidence that everything I'm saying, not some things, not a little bit, all things is 100% valid. So you can be like, this man been telling us all this right shit for years. For years. For my Muftis can tell you. I got men that's all different ages with families. I be knowing these men angle, and they can't tell me nothing. Men be dealing with me, they be wanting so much from me, and ain't invested a goddamn thing. And then be act like I don't be knowing what be going on. I be like, dude, y'all stop playing with me. I know everything how, because I'm a sheik of men. My Mufti gonna tell me everything. When people be asking to borrow money, everything, and I said, I told y'all, didn't I? And it ain't no disrespect if the individual on here. I just be knowing people angles. Why? When they be speaking, when they be saying this and that, I say, oh, you one of them. I'm not one of them, but I'm saying based off behavior and based off a lot of men, you might not be exactly, but based off the characteristics and based off the things going on in your life, the shoe fits. Behavior. Like you don't got to say you a person, a sovereign citizen out the mouth, but a lot of the things that you do is sovereign citizen actions. This is what I'll be telling people. So I tell people, become a student. I be knowing more that be listening to me and got a job, and then they be saying all this. I said, well, dude, ask your tax preparer. Can you donate to your religious and charitable contribution of your choice? And I'll give you a tax exempt receipt, and I'll offset your taxes. Ask your tax preparer, whatever state you live in, what's the percentage based off your income that you got to donate to your religious and charitable contribution of your choice to offset your taxes. Because if you part of a religious community, the thing is you want to give Uncle Sam less money and divert that to your religious and charitable contribution of your choice. And that's how y'all buy stuff in your community, houses, own your churches, all that. And you tax exempt for the federal government, religious, charitable, scientific, educational, donation wise. This is what I'll be telling us. That's what all rich people do. And depending on how much you make, that's like, say if you make 40,000 and you don't have no tax deduction, you owe Uncle Sam. If you donate to your religious and charitable contribution of your choice, 10% of your income, I can give you a tax exempt receipt. Like I'll be telling brothers, okay, 10% of your earned income before taxes is $400 a month. I don't even be asking nobody for no $400 a month. I don't ask nobody for 10% of income. I got brothers that make 100 grand. I ain't never asking for 10% because I know some Negroes that's not good with their money. And they got more bills and they got money coming out the wazoo. You know? You know, and so I know how brothers are not one. I teach you how literacy. I teach on college campus. I do all this. I said, dude, I know people make way more than me and broke as hell. So I don't ask nobody. I teach you structure. The first thing I do, just because you're making more money don't mean you spend more. I show you how to be smart with your money. That's number uno. That's number uno. So one, if a person making 40,000 a year, you don't have no deductions. What black people do at the end of the year, they're trying to get somebody's social security number to file some fake ass taxes. I tell you, taxes only good for entrepreneurs and business people. You're not getting no tax return. If you do, you lying. You're only getting a small tittle back of what Uncle Sam took out from you for the whole year. And depending on how much you let Uncle Sam take out as a willing obligor, because you say, Uncle Sam take this much, this much, this much. You say, I'm gonna let Uncle Sam tell you this much because I'm gonna get this much back. No, you ain't. You're only getting a tittle. So what you should be doing is donating to your religious and charitable contribution of your choice and giving Uncle Sam less money. I'll give another analogy. If you make 100 grand and you don't have no deductions, you're gonna owe Uncle Sam at least 10,000 a year. At least, because you don't have no deductions. Now, if you say you part of something, why don't you just donate it to your religious organization of your choice? Because you letting them do it paper-wise instead of you doing your own, being your own accountant. Every time you get paid, ciphering that money, getting the taxes and receipt at the end of the year. And so you do it yourself. But if you don't, Uncle Sam gonna take it from you. I know this. The religious laws trump everything. You don't know this, but I know this. I know this for a fact. The religious laws trump everything. And that's how you build infrastructure. I give everybody a taxes and receipt.
All three agencies, the NSA, FBI, and the CIA, did their best work, and I think
I change everybody, and I do real things. I travel anywhere. Like I'm getting ready to go to St. Louis.
investigation or political, like the Senate Select Committee on Intelligence investigation, or most recent.
And I tell people, follow me. I said, all that stuff on the internet is not real. I'll be telling Morris, ask me anything. It's ironic when I be live and won't no more ask me nothing about nothing real. They get to asking me about the Circle 7 and like Carlin did. And I respect that because that's real. But I say, no, ask me some stuff that's real, that's what you following and what you might got caught up in and what's going on in the world so I can clear that bullshit up. Excuse my candor again. Ask me something like that. Because I illuminate the fake Islamic and the fake Christian, all that, whatever you want to have it from scholarship. No matter how you want to have it, all I can do is resurrect the teachings and make it plain and add value to it. You said, what area are nobles from in the chat? I'm in Maryland. Yeah, my mufti in Maryland. I tell mufti to ask me anything. I don't care if it's an old, a so-called grand sheikh. I'm gonna tell you, I don't care about none of that crap. I don't care about none of that. I ain't leave nobody in no burning house. And I don't need none of them. I don't need to be affiliated with nobody. People ask me, do I know Asir the Duke and all this? No, I don't know these people. No, I don't. I don't know none of them. Do I got anything against them? No. But when anytime people be coming to me with that fake shit, with these fake ass police badges, and I got this badge, and this means something, I'll be like, man, gone. That ain't nothing but the AA22 number ain't nothing but a damn religious affidavit that you can get from the CCRD. The 101099 ain't no trust fund at the end of the rainbow. It's an affidavit. It's a religious affidavit. The AA22 number ain't nothing but a Library of Congress number. That's all it is. And if you come with lies, they lying. You said you in Texas. One of my mufti Drayshawn in Texas. Actually, we getting ready to have our 5th annual Morris Ball in Texas in March. And I think what he said, College Town or College Park or College something. We're going to be in that area in Texas this year. We're getting ready to have our 5th annual Moorish Ball, our 5th.
Party of Texas praised the move, saying it is, quote, an essential step to preserving GOP control in Congress. But some residents
That's why I be telling, I be knowing.
regarding
Yep, College Station. Yep, that's where we getting ready to have it at. Yep, and I be knowing these brothers' angle, and I be telling brothers, I said, dude, I don't care about no book. This is what people be telling me. They be like, a book. What city? I'm trying to be there. College Station, Texas. I can give you more information. Moso, put our information in there. We can, and then my Mufti Moso will email you. Yep, you got to put your information in there, or here go my email, and you email me, and I'll send it to my nobles, and they can get with you, man, sir. My email is Goodman, GOODMAN, KHARY @gmail.com, and you can put my phone number in there too, Noble Moso, if you can, and you can send me a text. It's late right now, and I can hook you up with my Muftis. But this is the thing that I be trying to share with the young nobles, and then they be like, damn, how I know all this. Because remember, I'm older than you, and I've been through the fire, so it only takes one sentence or one phrase to know everything about you. And when I tell people, I said, don't let a book burn your fingertips up and consume you. Because when people listen to me, I said, all tablets is ancient as old. I respect all prophets. You can learn from everyone. But don't let nothing consume you when you have it in your face, and when it don't come with no fakeness. I'm not telling you to believe in me. I'm not putting no man before the wisdom. I'm giving it all to you straight. I'm a Moor. That's where it stops. I don't come with no rhetoric. I ain't coming with your skin. I ain't no Moroccan. I'm an African. You got to understand this. I ain't on no Islamic side. I ain't on no Christian side. I'm a Sufi. I'm a Tasawwuf. I don't care if you don't like my bonnet, my kufi, my fez. I don't care if you been in the conscious community talking that rhetoric. I can come way higher than that, and you will sit down. But I respect you, because I've been there. I've been there. I know all the angles. I know all the debates they be doing. I know it all. They should try to get me to debate. I said, I'd never debate no one. Man, you can win all this stuff. It ain't win what? I'm not finna embarrass my brother on live TV and have us all arguing, and then I know I can trump all that from scholarship. I'm not getting ready to do that to my brothers. I can just have my own platform and continue to do my own thing. And when anybody say something, I just come with their science and their teacher. And I say, you know about this. I know when the young people be, I know when a lot of my Yemenis brothers and sisters and my Nuwabians, I know your angle. I know your angle. I know you don't know it all. I know that for I know certain people was heavy. That's why I be telling young people, don't get consumed by nothing. Don't get consumed. All you should be doing is looking for guidance, because you can know a lot of stuff. And I'm not even going to break this down. I was going to break it down. I'll probably break it down tomorrow. But you can know a lot of stuff and be consumed. Like the book Slacomacy. I had a young noble. I said, instead of I'm trying to show him life, I said, this science about your life and building things in your life. He reads Slacomacy, consumed him, messed his life up, consumed him. Like, man, I've been having nightmares. Yeah, that's your fault. That's your fault. That's your fault. You read Aleister Crowley, you reading Pascal Beverly Randolph, and don't even know what the hell you're reading. Don't know. You don't know. You're reading Sex Magic by Pascal Beverly Randolph. You don't understand it. And when the teacher tell you, I said, you don't need none of this shit. I'm showing you that the European reverse shit. So you learn the shit in reverse. You done cast a spell on yourself, stupid dum-dum. That's what people don't know. So when you hear conscious community people saying, well, Noble Drew Ali did this, no. They'll tell you that they was learned from Sufis and Islamic scholars, but how they teach things and throw it back to you, like Aleister Crowley and them and all that, like the lower level pentagram, the higher level pentagram, all that stuff is more science. You just don't know because you don't know the language and the linguistics. That's all. That's all. That's all. And you ain't lived long enough to be able to experience these things, to be able to experience the life lessons in real life, to be able to experience death and live through death, and bury damn near all your friends you went to school with, bury your baby brother, go through a lot of real things in life, be part of real societies where Masons be thinking it's something, and I trump all that. I'm 33 times 3. I ain't took no oath. I'm initiated through the wisdom. I'm a spirit builder. All that little lower stuff, when I come with the higher science that trump all that snowman wisdom, it ain't nothing nobody can say. It's nothing. So I be asking my brothers, talk to me. Because the only people be mad when they say, "Oh, this wisdom, the white man, Freemasonry." No, because you don't know enough. Because all the European scholar Pascal, his name is Albert Churchward. They'll tell you it all your science.
And that is the new Tower of Lords.
Signs and Symbols of the Primordial Man, Stolen Legacy by George G.M. James. They'll tell you it's all your legacy. I'm just not with none of this curse of Ham or this curse of Canaan. Or I'm not with Farrakhan teach talk about you were cursed and defiled. And that's why your lips and is big and nose. God cursed you with big lips. And the original man was dark with straight hair, like his eyebrows. I ain't with that. I ain't with that because you don't know masonry and theology go together. And most of these Negroes be fake as hell on the internet. They ain't never stepped in the Masonic Hall. They ain't never stepped in the Moorish Zion Temple of America. I'll be waiting for these liars. I'll be saying, well, I'm Sheik Booney Farnsworth, and I can make you an ID. Ain't no real more nationalize you or denationalize you. It'll change you from the descendant nature of your foremothers and forefathers. I'll be telling these liars. I got the state booklet, how the temple was set up. Yeah, Marcel L. Watt and them. Peace be among him. He's dead. They telling you don't pay taxes, but he went to prison for filing fake taxes and tried to get everybody locked up for it. See, they better sit their punk ass down coming at me, because they know. A clean glass and a dirty glass. A clean glass and a dirty glass is right in your face. What information? That bullshit who you think? The Jewish Talmud. Ron L. Hubbard. That shit is Jewish Talmud. I just said the curse of Canaan. Elijah Muhammad shit in his message to the black man on page 150. I just gave it. Back in the conscious community, he said he did a lecture on it. That's why I be telling y'all, I said, I know all this. I'm from Flint, Michigan. These people be saying like, man, you just an elder. You know all this. All these people try to talk about Noble Drew Ali, the feds. I trump it all. I said, man, the feds way ancient than you. You just mad. The feds ancient and all that. The Masons adopted. The feds is ancient. I don't care what nobody say. And they come in all shapes and sizes. Tarboosh, all that. So all that stuff, I don't be wanting to hear none of that stuff. You mad at Noble Drew Ali, so what? The Muslims, I ain't with none of that stuff. And then when I be showing them a Fard Muhammad, they say that ain't him. And then I be saying, who's Ugan Ali? See the picture you be seeing with Fard Muhammad with the feds, and you don't see the other brother to his right? That's Ugan Ali. Because in Detroit, they called themselves the Voodoo Nation, the Allah Nation, and they said that Ugan Ali and Brother Harris, that them niggas was crazy. They sent them to crazy houses, and so this how you be Trump. This how I stick a fork in them. Okay, if you say that ain't Fard Muhammad with the Muslims and all that, who was that brother to the right of him? That's Ugan Ali. Stick a fork in you, done. So if this ain't Fard Muhammad, but that's Ugan Ali, then what you talking about, retardo Fardo? I ain't on nobody's side. That's why I be telling y'all. I ain't on no Al-Islam Muslim Negro side. I ain't on no Hebrew Israelite side. I ain't on none of that. I ain't on none of that Jewish fake Talmud stuff because you're not an educator. I told y'all that Arab language comes from the Syriac. It's come from the Nabatean alphabet. It come from the Aramaic. I told y'all that the damn Surah is Jewish. That's where they learn the Talmud. I told y'all the Museum was in Alexander. The Surah Academy is the same thing, and you still ain't catch it. And y'all still ain't catch it. That's it, and that's that hating Jewish Talmud. That's that curse of Canaan. Come on, man. They ain't gonna tell y'all. They ain't gonna tell you the all truth and nothing but the truth. They not. But then we hate each other so much, we hate our skin to say the original man, yes, he's dark. Yes, he's dark. Yes, he's dark. But the original man was dark. But his hair, but his hair, his lips was small. His nose was small. And his hair was straight, just like the hairs on his eyebrows. Wouldn't you like your hair on your head to be straight as your eyebrows? And said you were cursed and defiled with black skin and kiki hair. That's what he said. That's the same thing as the curse of Canaan. That's the same shit the Europeans say. That's why we curse and they use Deuteronomy. That's the same thing the Protestant Christians say in the Christian codes. That's the same thing. The reason why you curse. That's cap. So if it's fake and that's some Jewish Talmud stuff, then why the black people, why the nation teaching that shit to their own people? I would never teach my people that you were cursed with some big nose and black skin and kinky hair and big nose, because that's what he said. That's what he said. That's why I say. And then if you come with the Christian stuff, I illuminate that too. I ain't on nobody's side, but the truth. I'm an educator. I told y'all this. I can do this all day. I got all the tablets from all scholars, from all walks of history, from all of it. Each one. It take a special person that go to the next level and operate on life. It take a special person that do the work that Dr. York did in the flesh and build all that. It takes a special person to build all that what Noble Drew Ali did. It takes a person to build it like Elijah Muhammad did, like the Black Hitler of Harlem, Deuce Muhammad Ali, Daddy Grace, Father Divine. It took a special person, and it wasn't just no books, it was them too. It was their charisma and all that. That's why I be telling a person, don't get caught up thinking you can get something, and it takes more things involved with that, what you want to be. I'm not no internet guy. I do this because I can. I do it in real life. I go in universities. I go in Masonic houses. I'm part of the Philosophical Research Society, a place that a lot of people would never ever get asked to be a member of. I got information that PhDs 4 times over be asking me for. I got some documents called Abram Melon the Magi. It's 3 volumes. I had a Mufti, and Maso know what I'm talking about. I had a Mufti. He was like, Sheikh, I read something, the Abram Melon the Magi, and they said that's one of the most historical magic books in the world. You got these? Oh, you know I got them. I gave them to y'all a while ago. I ain't even charged. He was like, Sheikh, and you ain't even charged us nothing for it. He was like, I love you. This is how you love me and all that. But then when you get into your ways and your drunkenness, you don't love me. But anyway, I got that. I'm asking him about it. Shit, burn his fingertips. Burn his fingertips. Burn his fingertips. Burn your fingertips. Because most Negroes don't know how to read. And then it consumes them. I say, so how do you think about that Abram Melon the Magi? Sheik, I ain't even opened it. I told you. That's what happens. Because when you look at it and you touch it, the Holy Spirit come to you, and the simple things, it's going to keep you from touching it. And you won't do nothing but collect shit. Sudoku. That's a Chinese word called Sudoku. When Negroes just be collecting shit. That's all they be doing. Playing. And that's what these Negroes be doing. I got that book. I said, so what? So I got a book know how to build planes. I got that book. What you gonna do? It ain't applicable to you because you ain't even fit to build no airplane. So are we a religious organization? If not, can you clarify what we are? Yes, we are a religious organization. The Moorish Zion Temple of America, we got an ID card, a travel card, and a tax exempt card. That's what the 1099 is. It's a religious affidavit. That's what the state booklet. I done taught this. The Moorish Zion Temple is a religious affidavit. That's why the letter from the CCRD to Sheikh Love El, and Sheikh is Love El, when they were talking about the 1099 and some trust fund at the end of the rainbow, no, it ain't. That ain't nothing but a religious affidavit. And you can get it from the County of Cook Recorder of Deeds. I got the original letter with the seal on it. Let me see if I got a copy of it in here. I done lectured this a million times. That's why when Moors be saying we ain't this, I be like, well, you ain't Moorish Zion Temple because you lying.
People in a Keith Park reacted when they learned that their protests had been successful.
These people have been out in the streets for over a week now. Since
Let me see if I got it. What I got it under? Oh, let me see. I might got it in my email.
last week, and the people I spoke to said they're incredibly happy with
Or Maso, send it to me real fast. I know you got it.
coming out to show the
Oh, that's my Moorish block. Hold on.
they didn't want to fight for it. It was all back into what they were calling authoritarianism.
Let me see. Damn, I gotta find it. But yeah, I gotta find it. But I got the document at home.
He's a democratic
Let me see.
because we listen to the people.
Let me see.
We've heeded the
Letter from the CCRD, County Clerk Recorder of Deeds, to Sheikh Love El.
very happy moment here in the park.
Well, I'm joined now by Andre Borak, Executive Director of Transparency International in Ukraine. That's
Man.
dedicated to tackling corruption. Mr. Borak,
We are a religious affidavit. Yes. Brian, send me that. Y'all got that letter of the CCRD? I used to give it to people with it. Okay, I'm trying to get down with you, gentlemen, no problem. Everybody got the state booklet. All my mufti got the state booklet. So when Moors be talking, that's why I be laughing. I'll be like, dude, you ain't teaching Moorish science. I'm a sheik through the temple. That's why I had to create my own school for no rhetoric. The Moorish Science Temple of America got 3 IDs. We got our tax ID, we got our travel ID, and we got our temple ID. And we don't, and none of them, and none of them replace nothing. You know. Preach, bro, more. You familiar with more than St. Louis? Yeah, my Mufti Dantes in St. Louis. I'm getting ready to go to St. Louis, and I'm getting ready to be in St. Louis in a minute. My Mufti Dantes Smith L in St. Louis. Let me show you something. You're going to crack up. I'm glad you said that. I'm about to show you something, brother. I'm about to show you something in St. Louis. I'm about to show you something in St. Louis right now that we was thinking about buying, but it's like we steady trying to raise money, and doing the tornado came and messed it up. I'm about to show you what's available for tax money. When I say it, I'm almost there, and it's the same way in my city of Flint too. We gonna do something real. I'm about to show you something. Let me see. Here it go. Okay, wait a minute. Let me show you something. Brian, can you send me the letter of the CCRD if you got that? Any of my muftis, y'all got that? Send me that letter from the CCRD. I might be able to find it. Now, brother, who you said is St. Louis? Let me show you something. And it's a Moorish Science Temple. It's a Moorish Science Temple of America in St. Louis, but it's in shambles just like it is in my city of Flint. Them brothers ain't right, and they should be mad how they depict the city, how they depict the Moors on BMF. This in St. Louis. Now all this stuff is available. This whole campus, this whole neighborhoods in St. Louis that's available. This whole campus, they only want 100-some thousand for the whole campus. It's in the old area where the lighthouse at. This is in St. Louis. But the tornado did some damage to it. The tornado did some damage to it. Yeah, I know. I know you are. And then when I show you the same shit in my city of Flint, Michigan, I'm gonna show you something that ain't all messed up. That's available right now. That's why I be telling people this stuff is tax money, and we being laughed at. My Jewish professor was like, once your people understand what you're doing, that's how the Jews do it. They split their money 3 ways. Look at this. This is available. 100 grand, 120,000, 120 grand. Oh, I'm sorry, Maso. Oh, you on there too, so it don't matter. And it's in this area, in the old Lighthouse area district. 100,000. Now let me show you this other one in my city of Flint. This is the work that I'll be doing. Oh, I think my Mufti just sent me the letter to CCRD. I'll slide to the land if I'm welcome. Yeah. And we own, and right now we own 10 acres. Right now in the middle of Arizona and Vegas, we own 10 acres. So we can what we plan on doing is putting our big Amish log cabin on our land, and have a big community center. So look, let me show y'all something. Let me show you this. These buildings. This one on Stalker Street. Damn. Well, that shit won't blow up. Man, it won't blow up, but you can probably see it. They was asking for like 100, no, maybe like 60-some thousand. I can't pull it up, but I want to show you this other one. I want to show you this one. Here we go, right here. Man, it won't come up. Damn. I can't find it. My phone is acting crazy back here. My phone is tripping, y'all. But you see what's available. And when I pull up in Flint, it's the same. But let me see if my Mufti just sent me something. But yeah, we are religious. Yeah, we are a religious organization. Remember I talk about your religious laws. Oh, I know, but Brian just sent it to me. Your religious laws trump everything. Do you know the Declaration of Human Rights, Article 15? The Declaration of Human Rights, Article 15, tell you that you got a right of a nationality and a right to change it. To claim a child replaces the birth certificate, and no one will be arbitrarily denied of a nationality and a right to change it. The religious laws trump everything. This is the state booklet of the Moorish Science Temple of America, right here. If Moors talk about they teaching Moorish science and they're chic and they don't have this, that's why most Moors lost. It clear up all the bull crap that these Moors be saying. Here go the letter. Let me show you. Here go the letter of the CCRD. My noble sent it to me with all my notes on it. Here go the letter from the CCRD, the County Clerk Recorder of Deeds. I got all this. That's why I be telling nobles, anybody that's connected to me, only way you in trouble because you a liar. And I told you, when you a liar, you're gonna get burnt up with your stuff. Yeah, I know. Most Moors don't, because they keep it away from them. They keep it away from them. That's why most Moors don't have Exhumed of the Nation. I have all this stuff. I have a printing press. I convert everything to a PDF. I have a printing press. If you ever, Exhumed of the Nation costs hundreds of dollars. And Exhumed of the Nation, right on the intro, it'll tell you that you can't nationalize nobody or denationalize. It'll change you from the descendant nature of their foremothers and their forefathers. Dantes Smith L. I'm getting ready to be out there in a minute. I'm telling you. He was like, Sheik, I know you from Flint, but we gonna build in St. Louis. I said, we gonna build in St. Louis and in Flint at the same time, because Allah finna protect us. I told y'all, I got people that's donating, and I'm just giving them taxes and receipt. That's why a lot of this finna be shut down. And that's why I'm not gonna deal with a lot of people, because I'm gonna have the right to be private. I keep telling y'all, the religious rights make you private. I don't have to assimilate with people if I don't want to. I can have a private brotherhood, and that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna be private on Zoom, private. I ain't got to worry about it. I'm going to be on social media. And so when I tell people, you can't be mad at me, all these people that say they Moors, they can just keep following the stuff on the internet, and they ain't going to have nothing I have. Now, I'm going to read that's the little introduction. This was in 2016. Sheikh Lonel Love L. Sheikh is Malta D Love L. Moorish Science Temple of America. Now, if you say you Moorish Science Temple of America, and I'm Moorish Science Temple of America, I got all my DAP papers. I show it. I show everybody my paperwork. It's only one thing they should be teaching if you're not no educator like me or myself. Your divine creed and your nationality, nothing else. Nothing else. You need to shut the hell up. But this is what they're saying. In the past few days, the Cook County Recorder of Deeds, which is the CCRD, has received several forms of emails, correspondence from you regarding concern that you have involved in your organization documents and other documents relating to the Moorish Science Temple of America, the acronym MSTA. I am writing to address these concerns and clarify the role that the CCRD has as the custodian of public records. You know, the custodian of public records of what your ass say. Many of your concerns were raised in the form of numbered questions. Here go question 1. In her capacity as the Register of Torrens titles, what is the full scope of the fiduciary duty on to document? This is what they say, 1010-5905. Y'all Moors heard that letter like that means some shit of those numbers, which it don't. And they're resulting, that's on our ID card. That ain't nothing but a religious affidavit. Any more get on here say any different, they lying, and they should be locked the hell up, which they gonna be. And the resulting entity, the Moorish Science Temple of America, as a body politic, named in said document, responds, after reading your question, I assume that you are asking what the recorder's duties and responsibilities are in relation to this and other documents in this regard. The recorder has 2 specific duties and responsibilities. First, the recorder is responsible for recording documents that are entitled to be recorded. So what they doing? They record the documents that you say. Number 2, the recorder has the responsibility of being what? The custodian of all recorded documents. What? Meaning they holding it, what? For anybody that want it. Sealed or unsealed, just like your college records, just like mine. If I said I graduated from Clear University with a dual bachelor degree in business management with a minor in marketing and sales and nonprofit startup, you should be able to look me up. If I said I got a master's degree from Grand Canyon University, a dual master's degree in first century history and religion and linguistics, you should be able to look me up. If I say I'm finishing my doctoral in indigenous law and policy, you should be able to look me up. So let's proceed. Document 1099 is an affidavit of organization. Document 1010-5905 is an affidavit of organization under the Religious Corporation Act 805 ILCS 110et.seq. So if anybody talk any other stuff about there's some trust fund at the end of the rainbow, you a liar. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you this person or somebody asked me, do I know? I forget the dude that they asked me, did I know? That dude talk about the AA22 number. I said that ain't nothing but a library. It's like a doc number, and the information ain't in there no more. Asir the Duke. He asked me that because he said he saw a badge. I said that badge don't mean shit. That badge don't mean a damn thing. That's some fake shit, and it's gonna get you killed. Don't nobody got no badge number. I've been listening to you for a few years now. I ain't with you, bro. I only deal with the serious people. Stay solid. I know that. And that's what I be telling people. I done had people come all over. I done met all these people that you see on the internet. I done seen them all. I done seen their angles. And it's all a money grab. They all come from the conscious community. They all come from the conscious community. First they saying, oh, the woman is Zodiacus. Then Polite was saying finna nationalize. See, I can go way deeper. Polite just took it to the fake ass a Bitcoin Ponzi scheme pyramid scam shit. That's all. And then when I go belligerent on these Negroes, they get mad. And I say, stop playing. Then I tell you, I know who the hell you are. Your whole name, and I break your whole delivery down. I break it all down. I'll be like, y'all forget? I'll show you. I used to fly through the city. I done got letters from people. I said, I ain't debating no fool. All I debate is my equals. Everybody else I teach. I know where this shit come from. And then the one that everybody called the Grand Sheik, he started off talking about the Zodiacus. And then they be talking about they wasn't teaching people this. Y'all fools with the bald-headed lying nigga Shalimar Bey. Shalimar Bey. When they was talking about that they was the damn consulate, they was the consulate. And they was Shalimar Bey. And they came with that Moors of the Round Table shit. And they just put their name on the Clock of Destiny shit. And then when I called they lying ass out, I said, you can't just put your name on the Clock of Destiny and call it Round of the Table, nigga. Who you think you talking to? I ain't scared of you chumps. Well, your freedom is nah. You come on, tell the truth. If money ain't this, it's fiat, then why you collecting it? Why y'all asking for donations? It's cap. And all that shit came from the conscious community. I know this. And people got burned. All of them. And then they were saying somebody can nationalize you. Exhume Other Nation tell you nobody can nationalize you or denationalize you. It'll change you from the descendant nature of your foremothers and your forefathers. Go nationalize the Chinese or the Sudanese. The Exhume Other Nation was out before all that conscious community shit. And then you Negroes listen to somebody on the internet talk about they can nationalize you. Polite was under Dr. York. I keep telling y'all, these people know me. Polite was under Dr. York. Anybody get on here and say you want, I start pulling out all documents, everything. He got all the tablets just like I do, goddammit. I can go belligerent if I want to, but I'm not. I can go belligerent if I want to, but I'm not. That's why Polite was able to go further with the wisdom on there, because he knew more, just like I know more. That's why I'm telling you. And that's why a clean glass can always step on a charlatan neck. I told y'all, certain individuals like bro, when they were talking about he teaching these classes and these classes, I popped up in Vegas, it was live. Motherfuckers riding around past me in that fake car. Motherfuckers try to talk to me in privacy. You real. I know I'm real. And I step on your neck with that fake shit. Excuse my candor. I told everybody this a long time ago. And the only one that ain't around me is the ones that got. I told everybody what was going to happen when that rounds of more shit before it happened. I said that ride to the north, I told everybody what's going to happen. I said, oh, I know these people. I said, these agents. I said, oh, y'all finna go to jail. And then the dude get on the internet and tell the whole business with the fake ass consular court. And they gonna use that in the court of law. All went to jail. I told these people. Ask me some other questions. They be mad. I said, man, y'all is a joke. I told y'all, I know this. And then when you look at these people's age, I'm older than all of them. I know the game. I be telling them, I said, y'all finna let these people bring this Roger Elvick paradigm group Canada shit in the community, that sovereign citizen shit, which is an oxymoron, got them. And then everybody came with the bullshit ass influencer shit. Oh, I dealing with Bitcoin, that payola. And then you had I'm saying I don't care how nobody feel, goddamn it, because it need to be said. And then you had the Nation of Islam brother come out with the fake shit like he got 400 acres. Came on my page one day. I said, if you say something, I'll pop up in your city. I'll come to the mosque. Because that's why you ain't doing that shit with the Nation of Islam. You got to do with some regular people so you can disappear from their ass. You ain't going to bring that shit to the nation because you're going to have to face them. They might put your ass in a box. See? This is what I know. What a Never Land at? What a 400 acres? Should be fake. And people get on TV and con you. These Negroes that got on the internet and made a fake ass commercial like they graduated from college. The Nation of Islam dude and the singer Tank with a fake ass green screen and get on there and the Nation of Islam Negro get on there talking about he got a master's degree in Christian history and a master's degree in business. You a liar. You and Tank got on TV and lied to the people. That's what you did. And we can't say nothing. I said this is a sham. Everybody know I'm telling you the truth. Everybody know. Everybody know. And then when the Moors go in there trying to debate with them goofy bum Moors getting their ass chewed by Polite and all, I said, y'all, they'll find the worst of the worst in everything to try to debate. I know game and a setup. I know game. I know game and a setup. Nobody to come to me with crap, because you can't. But let me read the other part. Let me read this other part. Oh, yeah, it said they the custodians. Okay. So then it says, I'm sorry, y'all, I got caught up. I'm sorry. He said, once we know we're Moors, is there a certain way we should carry ourselves, more specifically being apart? Let's see. Carry yourself. Let's see. Because I like that. I like what you just said. Carrying ourselves specifically being a part of your temple. Yep. You should carry yourself honorably. Okay, this is what our prophet says. Pull up the proclamation declaration and read the proclamation declaration. Stop flashing your cards at we are for love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. And when these orders are violated, justice must then take its course. Stop flashing your card at European. It causes confusion. Remember, your ID is for your salvation. If you don't want to obey these orders, turn in your card, your fez, your turban, and cease wearing and return to the state where I found you. We are for love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. We ain't here to overthrow no government. You may have heard Negroes say our prophet said we got to create our own government. No, he didn't. You may have heard stupid ass Moors say they're going to expatriate from the de facto government. And then when you expatriate from the de facto government, you will be a domestic terrorist, foreign and abroad. See, this is the stupid stuff. And everybody know I'm telling the truth. You operate on love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Those are the 5 pillars. Those are the 5 pillars. Yeah, we operate on love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. We operate on our principles. We have our one-on-ones. But this is the state booklet. This is the state booklet right here. That's the state booklet. So we should be operating on love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. It ain't nothing else. Everything else is fake. I just be wanting Moors to give specifics. So what you think is some special law that you can say, the Council of Courts, if a Moor kill a U.S. citizen, or vice versa, if a U.S. citizen kill a Moor, that Moor is going to be and want to be judged in the same parameters as that U.S. citizen. It ain't no special law. So a person have to be specific with me. What? Do Moors got some different license? No. What? When you put your car in a position to drive, do it say driving or do it say drive or traveling? When you put that shift and go, do it say drive or traveling? I ask you a simple question. I watch people, well, what do you mean? Well, and I said, see, that's the game people play. When you get in your car and you put it in a position of go, is that shift, do it say traveling or do it say drive? Which one? Which one do it say? Watch this. I bet you everybody agree. Which one do it say? Do it say, when you going, do it say traveling or do it say drive? Which one do it say? Watch it. Watch it say we all smart. I know we smart. Do it say travel? Ding, ding. So if you should be smart. You got the right to travel on your foot, on a bus, and how? But on the highway, which tax laws, that's a weapon. Okay, here it is, one of them goofy Negroes say that they can drive without license. Okay, you drive and boom, a big rig hit you and Big Mama. I'm going to court and sue. But how you going to use the same law that you say you don't abide by to try to sue somebody? Look at the irony in that. You see how stupid these Negroes are? So what special are we talking about? Let's deal with some specifics. And let's deal with some real stuff. Do you think Moors got some special law with this your land? Squatters have no rights. I told another goofy Negro, if you squatting in Florida, you're going to go to jail. That's called breaking and entering. Squatting have no rights. Then you hear Moors talk about, oh, they finna cancel corporate debt. What corporate debt do any stupid Negro have on the internet? What stupid Negro, what corporate debt do a Negro have on here on the internet? Be honest. Nobody on here have no damn corporate debt. What you did, you went in the contract as a willing obligor. Now, did you read the contingency on that contract? Did you read the contingency on that contract? I don't know. You don't got no corporate debt. You said oxymoron. What'd you say? Oxymoron. What'd you say? You say oxymoron. How sway? How you think? How? That's like saying a sovereign citizen. That's an oxymoron. How you gonna be a sovereign and a citizen at the same time? That's an oxymoron. The stuff that I be talking about is elementary wisdom. But then people did be questioning it. I said, well, how can you question things without no research? Give me the president of law case. Give me the doc number. What you mean? Exactly. Moors don't, I know Moors, they be on the internet Moors. You will never see them Negroes with their feds on the job because they can't, because they don't know the precedent of law. You don't never see them, they internet Moors. And then you say you can wear your fez at work. Yep. Only if you working with machinery, they don't want you to wear the tassel because it can be a hazard. But you got the right to wear your fez at work, in the military, in court. You do? Yep. I know the precedent in law case, doc number, to show you can. And if they come with you like that, that's a law case. Just like they don't mess with the European Jew for wearing his yarmulke, the Indian for wearing his turban. You know? Oh, absolutely, Carlin. This is what I be telling people. I said, you gonna listen to these fools with these fake people talk about they some consulate general of Morocco that live in Massachusetts that got their head bust on the side of the highway, went to jail, and didn't get out and talk about they won. I'll be like, y'all, it's ridiculous. Like, how are you a consulate general of Morocco over here in the United States? The consulate general of Morocco got an office. These Negroes done went somewhere and bought some court shit in the basement, talk about you got Moore's court, and you get your stupid ass on there and tell them all your information and then got to go to real court. All they're going to do is pop the tape in. They'll never do that. I'm going to Moore's court or get on the internet and tell a person your case. Are you stupid? Come on, somebody ask me something. I got a little bit more time and I'm out of here, man. I'm about to lay back. Somebody ask me something else. Ask me something real. You say, anyway, when you say, well, what do we think, how we supposed to operate? Tell me some things that we want to say and maybe some people embarrassed to say. But it's no such thing as a dumb question when you're dealing with a teacher. I want clarity so you won't go out and say, well, I thought this. And then somebody say, well, you had a map and a guy right there to clear things up. Because I ain't going to never tell you nothing or give you no information that's going to hurt you or bring harm to your family. I never get anything you get from me. I never bring you in no burning house. This is what I tell people. I work in shops. I work in factories. I worked in Amazon as a director. I worked at Amazon as a safety supervisor. I wore my turban, and when it was cold, it was in Arizona, it's always hot. So when the season changes in the wintertime, when it get cool, I wear my fez. I didn't like to work with my fez on because it's my fez. I take my fez with pride. I ain't gonna be working sweat with my fez on trying to prove no point. That's what I be telling these Negroes. You ain't gotta prove no point. They should see you. You peace. When they see you, they see wisdom, they see respect. Not know, oh, here we come. I don't do that to make a point. I'm gonna wait for people to be staring at my face. They know it. Everybody know me. They see me. I exude respect. So when I'm doing things, most of the time you see me with my turban on. A lot of people, you see them wearing their fez all the time. That's fine. You might see me wearing my kufi. I don't wear baseball hats, none of that. I have them because I got my own companies. MorrisHaberdasher.com, where we sell all our Moorish American regalia. But you're going to see me with either a kufi, a turban, a shemag or a turban, or my kufi, aka bonnet. And this is what I tell people. That's when you say what do you say how we should operate? What our prophet said, if the least you can do is wear your turban, wear your fez, the least you can do is have a sheik that you can know the right way. The least you can do is study your Moorish Quran and ask questions. The least you can do is stand on your square by supporting something that's real. See, that's standing on your square. Standing on your square ain't standing with your feet out like this. He said, how should I vet these Moors Friday to see if they legit? Watch this. You said, okay, watch this. I love these questions. Thank you for being here too, Brother Robert. You said, how should I vet these Moors Friday to see if they legit? St. Louis' reputation of the Moors in my city are criminals. Same way in Flint. I'll be waiting for people to say it the same way they depicted on goddamn BMF. You know what you say? What you say? Somebody said what? They have a what? You said you had a black on black fez, the first video in the book room. I don't know what you're talking about. You talking about me? I got all color fezzes. I got the black fez. I got fez with the crescent no moon on them. I provide fezzes for everybody. I got Masons, I got European Masons that get their fezzes on me with all their written stuff on it, because a lot of them went to school with me, and a lot of the Masonic houses out there, and they know me, and so they support me. I done so many lectures at the European Masonic house. On my page right now, on my page, I got the video of the European Mason, the Scottish Rite Mason, giving credit to Noble Drew Ali on his 135th birthday. So when people be saying things like you can get the fez and stuff from me, everything. And so when I be asking people where they get their fez and stuff, they order them from Amazon, or they go to the Masonic place, they go to George Lauderer. That's what they go to. Or they try to go somewhere and buy something from somebody real cheap. But they fez don't have all the perforation for symbology. You know? Or what you say, Moo? Oh, I think my Mosso said. He said, fez, turban, kufis, do nobles understand annexing your free national name, El Bay? Most of them don't, because they be saying, oh, their last name is a slave name. We had those Nation of Islam Negroes come. You said, I have a fez. Should I rock it every day? Also, how do I claim my nationality? Do I go through your temple? I knew we was going to get there. I knew we was going to get there. That's why I'm glad we have this. He said, I have a fez. Should I rock it every day? Also, how do I claim my nationality? Do I go through your temple? I'm glad. That's the question I was waiting for. I knew it was come. So, I just said about, I don't wear my fez every day. Why would you wear if you get ready to go work out, why would you wear your fez? I'm just asking. When you say I wear my fez every day. So say if you finna go to the gym, you gonna wear your fez? I'm just asking. Say you finna go jog, are you gonna wear your fez? Or say it's 100 degrees, and say you ready to go somewhere and run to the store or go to the movies, are you gonna wear your fez? Hell no, you ain't gonna wear your fez. Okay, so when the person says, should I wear my fez over every day? That means you trying to make a statement. That means, not to me, that means you trying to make a point. That means you trying to make a point. I say, what point are you making? Well, I got a fez. Ooh, that know what everybody gonna say is, oh, he knew, he excited. Because the fez can be a dunce hat. The fez can be a dunce hat. Why? If the person that's wearing it don't have no wisdom, because then a person say, hey man, why you wearing that? This with me, because I'm an asshole. A regular person, I say, why you wearing that? What that represent? I don't know. And I say, well, I'm a Mason, I wear that fez. And I say, well, what's the degree of your fez? You won't even know. I might ask you, what's the exoteric meaning of the fez? You won't know. I say, what's the mundane ball? You won't know. I say, what the tassels mean? You don't know. I say, what the umbilical cord mean? You don't know. I say, what the navel for? You don't know. You don't know. You don't know. So I say, take that motherfucking fez off then. Why you got it on? And I respect people for wearing it. But once again, you should be dealing with a sheik that anoints you with the fez. So before you put it on, you at least have the manual that the sheik written to let you. And the Shriners don't show that. No, they don't. I got the Shriners book. The Shrine don't break it down like that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just sorry. When people say things, I say, well, prove it. The Shrine, the Shrine don't kind of do that. No, the hell they don't. Don't know Shrine, don't know Masonry tell you about the fez. They don't, because most black Masons don't wear the fucking fez. Most Masons not Shriners. They Prince Hall Masons. Most black Masons are not Shriners. They Prince Hall Masons. They don't wear the fez. And only ones that wear the fez is Shriners, and they wear black Shriners. They wear the fez in clandestine. So no, you don't wear your fez. I wouldn't wear my fez every day. I would wear it selectively. You know, I would wear it when I feel like it. You know, but then you say, you know, how do I claim my nationality? Do I go through you? I say, well, what do you mean by claiming your nationality? That's the next question. Because this is where people get caught up. What do you mean claim your nationality? Let me break, and then I'm gonna answer this. It's so simple. You don't need no status correction. Why you think you need a status correction? Who made a mistake? And I just said, one, you annex your El and Bay. So I talked about the Declaration of Human Rights, Article 15. I talked about the House Joint Resolution 75. I talked about the religious rights of indigenous people. I said you annex You annex your El Labay to your name. So what are you talking about claiming? So give me what you mean and what do you think you mean? Because you said, how do I claim my nationality? Proclaim, declare, and have due process. So how you so one, I told you, one, you don't have to do nothing, you an American. What type of American? You a Moorish American. What's your nationality? Moorish American. What's your race? Asiatic. You choose Asiatic. What's your status? Free white. You white by law. If you don't know that, so once again, what you mean claim your nationality? I want to know. I want to know because this is how people get caught up. Moors won't say this. You said, how do I claim my nationality? What do you mean? Claiming something means you lost it. So what do you mean you claim your nationality? I wait. I say, what's your last name? That's your family crest, your coat of arms. Your last name ain't no slave name. That's number uno. You might not know what your family crest or your coat of arms is. Oh, now my Mufti in St. Louis, he just jumped on my Facebook page. Dantes, can you jump on YouTube as well? Because this is a brother on here from St. Louis that's on my YouTube page as well, Dantes, if you want to jump on YouTube with us. Yeah, you free white. Yeah. And see, you don't know this. That's why I said we don't know this. That's why I keep telling people. We white by law. We don't know this. The naturalized, I show this all through history. The 13th, 14th Amendment, the 14th Amendment, the 15th Amendment. If the 13th Amendment freed everybody, you don't need no 14th Amendment, no 15th Amendment. So when a person says, how do you claim your nationality? I mean, what do you mean? This is what I say. You can correct a mistake. What do you mean? I'm correcting a mistake. And then you can embellish. Hey, man, when my mom and them get my birth certificate, they didn't know. They thought they was Negroes. No, they thought they was black, this too. I'm my mother and them teacher. I'm correcting a mistake. You ain't even got to say that. You go down there and say, hey, man, I need the form to fill out for a new birth certificate, a new driver license. If you want to take your driver license with your fez on it, so great. That don't mean you know Moroccan. They just say it's your religious headdress or your turban. All my licenses I got my kufi on, it just was too hot. One of my licenses I got my fez on. But you correcting a mistake. You ain't got to go down there and tell nobody, oh, this is my right, and scare people. They don't know what you talk about. You claiming your nationality. How? You go get the birth certificate. If you want to put on there race status on there, you pick white. Most people don't never know. You never heard what the SF 181 form is. I teach this. This is elementary education. Have you ever heard what the SF 181 form is? Let me say, I thought you go through. No, this is what I'm telling you. The prophet didn't do it. That's why I be laughing. It ain't nothing. So if we heard of it, so we got the keys. That's the shift. Everybody need to be teaching the same thing. More from the temple. If they say when you get a job and all that, the SF 181 form, okay, the census. When you get that, how do you fill it out? Let's be honest, because I'll play devil's advocate with a person. And then I start getting the truth. So now I got to get the truth out of person. What this person said, haven't heard of the. Okay, now we got to do it. Now we finna play devil's advocate and we finna see how honest people are and watch they play games. Watch they play games. Watch this. We finna do it. We in school. Because I say people be playing what they don't know. You can't be free if you don't know it all. You can't. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. I don't care what nobody say. There's no way if nobody know what I'm talking about. So the SF 181 form is this form. Ethnicity and race identificationer. So whoever that was on my YouTube page, my Mufti Dantes L, he getting ready to jump over here. He live in St. Louis. So Dantes, he was saying that land that you were showing, the brother that's on here from St. Louis is familiar with it as well. He said that, you know, the more than St. Louis is known for criminals. Same way as it is in Flint. What you say, Carlin, you got 9 points to research already, I know. And it's all off the dome. That's why I be saying no more old conscious community on some house of, what is that? Would they be having Taj on? Listen, whatever. And I don't got to say nothing disrespectful about the people. But I know that if the wisdom you teaching, people got locked up and then you start switching it and then people start backing up and saying that they wouldn't act like they was the Moorish consulate and they talk about they wouldn't nationalize people, I got the documents and the paper. You a lying, ain't no truth in it. You were doing that with that bald-headed sucker Shalimar Bey. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. You can't. But anyway, ethnicity and race identification. Listen to this. So the ethnicity and race information is required under the authority of 42 USC section 2016, blah, 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 blah. Data and race and ethnicity. Providing this information is voluntary and has no impact on your employment status. Watch this. Watch this. This and what you say, Noble Brian, in peace and love. Would you, brothers, be willing to accept what you say, Brother Brian? Would you, brother, really do accept my invitation to class? I hope that, yep, that's where they got that shit. Yeah, come on, they know. That's why I be laughing. And all of them knew Polite. They knew Polite what he was doing. And my Muftis invite y'all to class. I'm telling y'all, we ready to be gone soon, and we gonna be the only clean class. Can't nobody say I taught nobody nothing fake. But watch this. Ethnicity and race. This information is used as necessary to plan for equal employment, blah, 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 blah. Now, Social Security number, SSN, is required under the authority of Executive Order 9397, which requires SSN to be used for the purpose of uniform orderly administration of records, blah, 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 blah. But see me, I'm a contractor. I do business as, so I go in the contract. So I have my own tax ID number. That's how I get contracts. I don't operate under myself. Watch this though. Y'all ready? Specific instructions. The two questions below are designed to identify your ethnicity and race. What is your ethnicity and race? I just broke this down. 1, black was not used to describe ethnicity in the first century. What do you mean? Black was only used to describe when the curtain come down in the theater. That Willie Lynch is fake. I showed y'all that. I did it in academia. You know? That's right. You in class right now. So watch this. The two questions below, regardless of your answer to question 2. Regardless of your question to question 2, listen what it says. Are you Hispanic or Latino? Question. A person of Cuban, Mexican, Puerto Rican, South or Central America, or Spanish culture or origin, regardless of race. This is what I'll be asking people when they be saying they be knowing. I'll be like, okay, well, if you know all this, well then answer. I'm finna break it down and show people they say they know something, but when it come down to feeling, you do something totally different. Hang fucking man. You say something and do something different. How? Because every Negro do this every day. When you got a job, what you fill out. When you get something right now, I'm finna tell you what you finna fill out. I'm about to read it to you. I'm finna tell you what you gonna fill out. I don't care if you talk that stuff more. If you make a box and say other, you just voided a document. You don't know how to follow freaking rules. Number uno. So let's continue. The two questions below are designed to identify your ethnicity and race, regardless of your answer to question 1. Go to question 2. Question 1, are you Hispanic or Latino? A person of Cuban, Mexican, Puerto Rican, South or Central American, or other Spanish cultures or origin. Didn't the Moors rule Spain for 700 years? What's in our Moorish Quran, chapter 25, the United Asia? Oh, what you talk about, Sheikh? I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, question 2. Please select the racial category or, ding, 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 please select the racial categories or categories, that's with an S, that's plural for all my smart guys, with which you most closely identify by placing an X in the appropriate box. Check as many as apply. Check as many as apply. Let's deal with it. Let's be honest. Don't you lie to me. Let's be honest. What would your kid fill out? What would your wife fill out? Forget you. Because you're a teacher, the first place you should be teaching at home. You shouldn't be teaching out in the streets. You shouldn't be teaching at work. When you at work, you traded hours for dollars. Take your ass to work, shut up, and go home. You talking anything at job, I'll fire your ass if you disturbing. So if you ain't teaching this to your wife and your kids, you need to shut the hell up talking to me. If your wife don't believe shit you saying, your kid don't believe you can't convince me of a goddamn thing. Excuse my candor. Now, check as many as apply. Is this you? American Indian or Alaska Native? Is that you? Yes or no? Watch this. Watch this. You better, let's see. American Indian or Alaska Native? Is this you? Yes or no? My Muftis, y'all know the answer, so don't answer. We can correct the answers. For everybody that's on here, we got a few people on here. Is that you? Yes or no? Okay. Brother said yeah. Okay. Let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next one. Okay, Robert said no. Okay, woo. Okay, no, Robert, why you say no? Okay, so keep that in your hippocampus. Let's go to the next one. Oh, I love this. Can't remember, you can't arbitrarily explain nothing. We got one yay, we got one no. Somebody else, Narcissus, said all those names are trademarks. Okay, now we got Narcissus said all those names trademarks. Okay, okay, cool. Woo! Now we got to remove your feelings. Trademark, schmademark. That's just like saying, oh, my name in all caps. Okay, I'm gonna sign. Watch this how you get caught. I take your name out of all caps, put it in cursive in the lower cases. State your name for the court. Kareem Goodman, got your ass, shut up. I'm done. Oh, my name in all caps. Okay, I got you. What's your name? State your name for the record. Kareem Goodman. Okay, but it's all caps. Okay, I put it in all lower cases. State your name for the record. Kareem Goodman, go sit your ass down in the corner. Matter of fact, I'm locking your ass up for 72 hours. Why? Because I can, because you think you know something, and you don't know shit. And I'm telling you, you don't know nothing. I'll be trying to help people, but they go to jail for 72 hours and be sitting there stupid as hell. I've been kidnapped. Your ass ain't been kidnapped. You in there playing. This ain't the place to be playing. You get an example made out of your dumb ass. Okay, so then I said Asian, a person having origins in any of the original peoples of the, listen to what this says, Asian. A person having origins in any of the original peoples of the Far East, South Asia, or the Indian subcontinent, including, for example, Cambodia, China, India, Japan, Korea, Malaysia, Pakistan, the Philippine Islands, Thailand, Vietnamese, or Vietnam. Is this you? Is this you? Come on, because I want to get all the numbers up before I can go right back at it. Is this you? Is this you? We said Hispanic American, American, grandmother, American. Okay, he said no. Okay, he said no. Okay, boom. Oh yeah, this is gonna be good. Okay, Robert said no. Okay, we just mark that down. Black or African American, a person having origins in any of the black racial groups of Africa. I said black or African American, a person having origins in any of the black racial groups of Africa. Is that you? You might say, no, that ain't me. But one, it ain't no racial groups of Africa. But you cannot sit up here and lie and say that ain't what you pick. You cannot sit up here and say when you got that job, you ain't picked that. Because if you got a job on there, I bet you ain't picked right. All the shit that we be saying, oh, yep, I know all this. I bet you on your job. I bet you right now, you can pick white. And so when the person saying I need status correction, I just told you what, you correcting a mistake. You can go down there and say, man, hey, you don't got to say nothing. Say, I need the form to get a new birth certificate. You fill it all out, where all the racial shit at, you say white. And let's see what happened. I bet you nothing don't happen. I know this. So let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next one. Most more than with that smart stuff, your job, you said you black. Your wife, your kids, everything for your insurance, you say black, not me. Not me. I say I'm white, or I pick all 1, 2, 3, 4, but black or African American. Why? Because you can pick all. Who the hell can tell you who you are? Can't nobody arbitrarily tell your scary ass who you are. Oh, I ain't gonna pick this. Why? Because some judge or somebody can say who I am. Really? Can't nobody arbitrarily explain who you are? I just told you that. Native Hawaiian or other Pacific Islander. Listen to this. A person having origins in any of the original peoples of Hawaii, Guam, Soma, or other Pacific Islanders. The United of Asia, and then the last one, white. A person having origins in any of the original peoples of Europe, the Middle East, or North Africa. Okay, the original people of Europe, the ancient and modern Britons, Swarty Piat, the Netherlands, the Corsica flag, the Moors was there, David McRitchie, the Russian icons, Europe, the Middle East, ain't no such thing as the Middle East, Africa, or what, North Africa, Africa, AKA Morocco.
Sorry. I'd do anything for you, Emily.
Yeah, I'll be telling people, I said, no, you playing a deadly game. What you say, Noble? You say, shit, I don't get the interview unless I say white. I thought I was being slick, but it's science that lit. Yeah, it's like it's on the forum. People be thinking they being slick, but then you be scared. It's like you ain't doing nothing wrong. I thought you knew who you are. I just said, can't nobody arbitrarily explain. Your mom and them might not have knew who they were when the time when you were born, but you don't know how to speak. You can have a conversation. Hey man, you know my mom and them girls, they thought they were slaves too. Ha 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 ha. They didn't know, but I'm in the flesh now. I'm correcting the mistake. My family crest, that's my coat of arms. But I'm annexing my El Abay, my tribal name. I have the right to annex. Do you know what annex mean? His name was Noble Drew Ali, Timothy Drew. Noble Drew Ali. He didn't change his last name. He annexed his L. I mean, he annexed his Drew. Everything I feel out white. You got the right because you are. That's your status. Is white. Can't nobody tell you it's not. Can't nobody arbitrarily explain who you are. You not black. You not bleak. It's reversed. They black. You not black. You an American. At the 1828 Webster Dictionary says an American a copper colored racist. Found here by the European. We are the copper colored races. You just got to know it and you got to be confident. This real civics. It ain't no other civics. All the other stuff, you going to go to jail. All that fake paperwork, you finna expatriate from the de facto government, you're going to be looked at as a domestic terrorist foreign and abroad. Just like the Muslims that look at that as the Shia and those extremists. That's what you're going to be looked like because that's the rhetoric you're talking to overthrow the government. I'm telling you, every year they put out a domestic terrorist list and all them groups be on it. And if they get on here and tell you, I name them all. If my Mufti Mas on here, Mas will know I'm telling you the truth. The list this year will make you cry. And they all on there. And a lot of these people be working for the government. Any other questions? I've been going for 2 hours, man. I'm done. But I told you, I got the state booklets. I got a whole library. I operate on donations. A lot of the books that I have, it costs thousands of dollars on Amazon. My phone should be blowing up for Moors getting documents and Moors giving donations and getting the literature. Because Moors don't have it. Moors don't have none of the stuff we have. They all operate on what they thought and what they heard and a whole bunch of fake stuff. With Moors, they never did none of the stuff that they telling you to do. Is bro on here for St. Louis? Dantes, are you on YouTube, Dantes? Dantes, are you on YouTube? If you are, say peace, Noble. Because brother Robert Johnson said, is bro on here from St. Louis? Dantes, are you on YouTube, Dantes? Let me see. I'm going to see if he's going to jump on here real fast. But my noble Dantes Smith L., he live in St. Louis. I told you I got muftis all over. And if I show my other hand, when people be like, oh, the white man, I said, man, the white man is I'm their daddy. And I said it like that, you my son. Why? Because all the white Muslims are sons of Muslims. All the white Muslims, they know. This ain't no disrespect. I ain't worried about nothing. You said, I'm on YouTube but can't comment. He said he on YouTube but he can't comment. So yes, he's on there, but he said he can't comment. I don't know why. So yeah, Noble, he's on here. I don't know why he can't comment. That's what he said. He said he can't comment. And he on my Facebook page too, because I'm on my personal Facebook page, Khary Goodman Bey. I'm on Facebook too, and he's on my Facebook page. Because I be telling Nobles, follow me all, follow all my platforms. I'm on Facebook. Our Temple and School, that's where we be having our classes on Saturday and Sunday, even though you see it on here because I'm streaming it. We be privately on StreamYard, and if you subscribe to our Temple and School page, you can. It says tap the live chat, Noble Dantes. He said tap the live chat. He said he probably doesn't have a YouTube channel. He said he probably don't have a YouTube channel. I don't know if you got to have a YouTube channel to do that, but he said tap the live chat. That's what he said. He said tap the live chat. But I can connect my brother to you, and Dantes, you might have to make a YouTube channel. But yeah, my Mufti Dantes in St. Louis. Any other questions before we get out of here? Any other question before we get out of here? I got all the wisdom for y'all. I got a full library. I converted stuff to PDFs, ebooks, so you can have it on your tablet. And we also print and bind. I got over 1 million books and documents. It's nothing that Amazon have that I don't have. You know? You say, what you say? What you say, Noble? You say, you all meet by Sarah Lewis on Friday and Saturday. I don't know what that means. How do we get the books from you and watch your lectures? Subscribe to our Temple and School page, Burning Bush Tabernacle Science Temple and School. And when you go on there, all our information on the bottom. Islam I use to be able to put it. I had a number for the Zoom call, but misplaced it. Yep, and all you gotta, you can be private with us on StreamYard. Once Nobles get with us, you can be private with us on StreamYard. So when you be seeing on StreamYard, it's all my people there. and I give you the little login to log on StreamYard. But I got on our Temple and School page, subscribe to Burning Bush Tabernacle Science Temple and School, and that's where all our systematic lecture are on YouTube and Facebook on Burning Bush Tabernacle Science Temple and School.
He's back practicing law, and he's really.
Let me see, can I pull it up?
He's great. And thank you for.
Hold on. Burning. That's us on YouTube, right there. Burning Bush Tabernacle Science Temple and School. Subscribe to it. And then we got our own podcast. Journey to Knowledge of Self. We got our own podcast channel, the Journey to Knowledge of Self podcast. You know? While we're here, I'm gonna show you something else. I'm gonna show you all our other platforms. Watch this. Show you that we real. And there ain't nothing fake about us. Got a little bit of time to show y'all this before we leave. So, I'm on the wrong damn thing. Sorry, y'all. Let me show you one. Let me show y'all this. MorrisHaberdasher.com.
Required not just of me, but of our country. And I talk about it in the book. It was a difficult day.
So here go our company, MorrisHaberdasher.com, where we sell all Morris regalia and much, much more, fezzes and everything. So this way you can go on there and order fezzes, all Morris American regalia. We got our cultural wear, we got shirts we made, you know. And then I got another company called then I got another company called MyPDFBooks.com. But I'm finna share something with y'all to show, because I'll be showing it to everybody. You can connect with me. Watch this. MyPDFBooks.com. So here go my other company, MyPDFBooks.com. This MyPDFBooks.com, where you can go on here and download expensive and rare books to your tablet. You can go to Office Max and Staples, and they'll print it and bind it for you, or we'll print it and bind it for you at our company for the same price Office Max and Staples will do it. But if any books on here that you don't see, any books that you're looking for, that's not on here, all you got to do is send a message in our inbox, in our comments, or you hit me up if you know me, and I'll let you know. Because a lot of this stuff you just can't find. And then when you go on Amazon, stuff costs thousands of dollars. I'll be showing people. BindedBooks.com. And we got it. Here go BindedBooks.com. Let me see what it pop up. My internet is shabby out here, so I'm sorry, y'all. But I hope everybody writing it down. Oh, here. My internet tripping. Then we got our own tea company right here. My mufti on there that's talking, Moso. This is herbsofmayat.com. You can go on there. We got our tea bags, or he got tea that's in the little cans that he can ship to you. You know, we got it right here, you know. And then when people be complaining, like it's a brother named, what's his name? I'm always be transparent. I'm gonna share stuff what people be sending me. It's a dude named Yada, and he sells some stuff called Apple of Eve, and he said it for $150, a jar like this. And the dude was like, man, that nigga selling this. I said, dude, I'll just show you how to make the concoction. And so I met a group of people. I did it on Zoom, and all the brothers be writing me letters now thanking me. I said, dude, it's an ingredient. He like, but you showed us how to make it. I said, yeah, because some of them don't like the fruit he use. I said, well, use your own. It's the herbs that you blend. I know all the concoctions because I got the manuals for everything. I got the book, The Herbology for Home Study, with the Honduras doctor that Dr. CB learned from. I got the original manuals. So that's why I don't say nothing. My mufti on here, Maso, no. And then I got all the other herb books that you may not have. So that's that. And then for all our web design, I'm going to show y'all this last one and I'm out. And if y'all like good music, Y'all gotta check out my boy, Brian Hicks Bay. Transportation of raw materials. This my brother, my other Mufti, Alonzo Wright Bay, and he do all the web designing. This his website. It's called ALO Design Pros. It's called ALO Design Pros. ALO Design Pros. And then my brother, if y'all like good music and I want y'all to really tell the truth, you know, if his album is dope, because I say his album is fire. I don't care what nobody say. And I think I'm good with music. My boy Brian Hicks Bay, his album is called Transportation of Raw Materials. Let me see, can I find him? Let me show y'all before I go. I gotta shout all of my brothers before I go. Ah, man, here you go. Here goes his album. Here goes, it's right here. It's called Transportation of Raw Materials. And the album is fire. I don't got time to play every song. How about I leave with an outro of one of his songs? How about that? An outro. Let's see. And here go Brian Hicks Bay right here. That's my Mufti, Brian Hicks Bay. This was this was the year before, out here in Arizona, at our third annual Morris Ball. This was at Polka de Chao in Arizona. This was at Polka de Chao. That's my Mufti, Brian Hicks Bay. My camera crazy on here though, but you can't see him. But yeah, that's my Mufti. Look at him walking. Look at him walking up. Look at Noble Brian. Look at Noble Brian. Ow! Ow! I talk about we had a ball, we do it the right way, you know? And that's on YouTube. We're showing at our Morris Ball. But let me play one of his songs as we leave. Let's see what it play. And we out of here, y'all. And we out of here. We've been going for 2 hours. I gotta play my one jam before we go. Y'all gotta let me see. This is one of my jams. Riding Through the Ghetto. This Riding Through the Ghetto, y'all. He said we was born to be royalty. I bullshit you not. Riding through the ghetto. I'm just riding through the ghetto. I'm from Flint, Michigan. But I got a house in Arizona and Vegas. This is what he say. Whole album fire. That's all I gotta say, man. I mean, my brother got some hits, and I ain't just saying that because he my brother. I mean, the album is bars. You know? But that's all I got, man. I love everybody. If nobody got any other questions about this wisdom, I can talk about it all night. But brother, come to class, get our information from my muftis. Can anybody on here from my muftis can get y'all the information? Any literature, anything, everything is different prices. So it just depends on what you want. I have everything. If y'all look at a lot of my lectures and teachings, I tell y'all, look up the books that I'll be showing. Yesterday, I showed the book. What was it? Melanin, the Chemical Key to Black Greatness. That book cost damn near, what, $2,500. I showed another book. What other book? It was, the other book, Russian Icons by Vladimir Ivanov. Showed the ancient icons. That book is $1,999. Who gonna buy it? I got them. Atlantis of Latter Days, what the European Masons have, unavailable. Golden Age of the Moors, that costs $200. I give you that, the ebook, for $20. Download it on your tablet. I got everything that you need. And all you gotta do is get with me. You don't gotta go to Amazon. I'm right here. So with that being said, if don't nobody have nothing else, no questions, because I'm here to answer any questions. Any questions, like I said, any question you have, I don't care what it is. This is the time to ask me this. But when on Saturday and Sunday when I'm in class, I don't answer no questions. So when in Sunday school and adapt class, all the questions got to be relevant to the teachings, you know. But right now, this is the time when I say any question, you can ask me anything, stuff that you may heard. I don't want no adult going out doing things wrong or saying, well, I heard this, or such and such said this, or such and such said this. We're not going to play the such and such. We're not going to play the character game. We're going to do what's law. We're going to do is what we can prove. And we should prove all things and hold fast to what is good. So like I said, with that being said, man, if don't nobody have nothing else, please get with me. Any books that you can come up with your mind right now tonight, hit me up, email me. I bet you I have them. I can get you the ebooks right to you tonight for change, for small donations, and I can give you a tax-exempt receipt. If you don't have a fez or a turban, you need to get them from me. If you buy your fez, I'm going to give you a turban or a she-mag, and I'm going to show you how to wrap it. Because I'm a teacher, and I want you to have it. And I have it. I'm the source. And I can give you gifts. And every time you get things from me, especially books, I'm going to give you gifts. I'm going to give you extras because I can. And so with that being said, man, thank y'all for your time. All my muftis, Dantes, Moso, all y'all that jumped on here, man, I give y'all love and honor. And thank y'all for trusting me. We're going somewhere. And the muftis in St. Louis and all those other places, y'all get with us so we can continue to build. And we can show the people the right way to do things. The right way. I love y'all, man, and peace.